What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody this is episode number 571. Episode number 571 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And once again, before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody all over the internet know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And let me tell you, I love being independent, baby. You type it in your browser right now, add it to your bookmarks, add it to your favorites, ghost.report. All right, that's the home of the broadcast of the True Capitalist Radio show, ghost.report, baby. I love being independent. I'm telling you, not to mention, folks, if you have not done so, please follow me on my only social media presence right now on the internet today, and that's on Gab. You can get to me right there. Type it in your browser, gab.ai. Get yourself a free account. It's the last bastion of freedom of speech on the internet today. And you can follow me on that social media under the name Politics Ghost. All right, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And I want to say what's going on to everybody in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. What's going on, baby? How y'all doing? And by the way, if you want to be a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room, all you got to do right now is go to my Gab account, all right, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, and hit the subscribe button for premium content. Hit the subscribe button for premium content, and once you do, hit me up with a private message on Gab and let me know your Discord chat name, and I'll be more than happy to give you an exclusive invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Anyway, folks, now that we got that all out of the way, let me tell you something, man. Last show, I don't even want to talk about it again, but it's gotten all over the internet. You know, people are talking about it. I've gotten all kinds of emails and all kinds of messages about it because, well, aside from the fiasco of, you know, True Capitalist Radio drama, inner circle drama, leaking in on the show over here, I have a lot of people messaging me saying that I should be ashamed of myself for what I said about people with autism and people with Asperger's and that I don't know what it's like and that it's a struggle and that, how dare I, and these are special kids and whatnot. And after reviewing the show, I guess I have to issue something. Now, before I issue this, I want to say that I was in no way trying to encourage autism or Asperger people to do anything other than they're already doing now, which is acting like a bunch of freak shows, with all due respect. But I shouldn't even be saying that. All right? I'm not even going to be saying that. I may have been a little brash. I may have been a little hurtful in the last broadcast when it came to people with autism and Asperger's. And maybe that has a lot to do with the fact that I've been bombarded with these people for the past 10 years on the internet. As long as I've been conducting this broadcast, I have been bombarded with these people, and it's just overwhelming, man. It's overwhelming. And I got all kinds of emails from all kinds of jerkasses all over the internet saying that, oh, these are special. You shouldn't say that, Ghost. They're special. So what I want to say right now is, for all those autists and all those Aspergers that took offense and that were really hurt by the last evening's or the last Monday's broadcast, episode number 570, I want to extend my sincerest... Hold on, man. I want to extend my... Listen, man, I know I was a little harsh, okay? All right? I know I was a little harsh last show, but God damn it, you all heard that example. I don't want to go over it again. You all heard that example. I mean, these people are occasionally hard to deal with, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, you should know this. All right? Anyway, to all those autists and Aspergers that took offense and, got hurt and thought what I said was offensive and vulgar and so on and so forth, I want to extend my sincerest fuck you! This is my show! Alright, this is my show, and I can do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, well, then you get your autistic, cartoon fetish-loving, transsexual, turd burglar, trap-loving ass out of here! Get your ass out of here! Thought I was going to apologize to you tards there for a minute, didn't you? Huh? Oh, you thought I was going to apologize and say, oh, you know what, I'm sorry. At the autism, yeah. Well, suck it! Suck it! Suck it! Anyway, now that I got that out of the way, I'm sorry. This is May 23rd, 2018. I'm serious. I got all kinds of people calling in, all kinds of people emailing me, all kinds of people trying to contact me. I can't believe you did that about autism. I can't believe it. I've been dealing with these assholes for 10 years, man. 10 years I've been dealing with these people on the internet, for Christ's sake, okay? I'm tired of hearing that they're special, and I don't know, you gotta treat them with kid gloves, and whenever they have a fucking meltdown, you gotta sit there and give them a fucking video game, or put on their favorite cartoon, and just, fuck that shit! Excuse my French this early in the broadcast, but good God, if you did not listen to the, if you didn't listen to the broadcast last time, episode number 570, go to the archive, Ghost.report. What a joke it was, okay? So, I'm hoping now that we're real clear now for you autists and Asperger people. Alright, you're not wanted here, okay? I'm not going to apologize. I think you people are a waste of life. I'm sorry, okay? And you know how you could stop? You know how you could stop being a waste of life? Stop referring to yourself as autistic and Asperger's. That's first and foremost, okay? Because I don't think that you people are a bunch of special assholes. You're just a bunch of coddled pieces of crap. You're a bunch of coddled pieces of crap that were never put in and forced into social situations where you had to learn how to be social. And not only that, you had a bunch of fucking, parents that, fed you soy-based type of eating material and threw you in front of freaking cartoons, and now you stupid dumb man children are 30 years old thinking that you're a goddamn 11-year-old kid. And speaking of 30-year-olds, I hate to bring this up early in the broadcast. Did you hear about this 30-year-old autist? And let me tell you, I saw the interview with this son of a bitch on CNN. If you haven't seen it, good God. Let me see. I think somebody gabbed that at me. Let me re-gab it. Here it is right here. I don't know, somebody with an anime picture, but either way, here it is. All right, take a look at it. They gabbed at me and said this. 30-year-old who got evicted from his parents' house. Remember, this is the infamous news story that's going around. A 30-year-old literally got taken to court by his parents because they couldn't kick him out of the house. They couldn't kick him out of the house. And this actual court proceeding went on, and this 30-year-old autist represented himself in a court of law and tried to invoke tenant law in an attempt to stay at his parents' house for an extra 6 months. I mean, come on, man. And look, I just reposted the gab of this autist literally giving an interview to CNN, and not even the CNN leftists can be sympathetic to this autist. Take a look at my gab right now if you want to take a look at this cringy ass interview with this 30-year-old who got taken to court by his parents because he's a 30-year-old man-child who refuses to move out. His parents finally said, look, we're going to have to take you to court, and this asshole represents himself like he's I mean, a scuffed Johnny Cochran with, you know, I don't know, this guy, is he sporting dreadlocks or does he just not wash his hair? Either way, he represented himself in court, attempted to invoke tenant law, and tried to demand another 6 months to live with his folks. And, well, the court denied his little tenant invocation. All right, or his little attempt at trying to use tenant law as a means of staying at his house or his mom's house, his dad's house, another 6 months. So now he's out in the street and he's got to figure out what the hell he's going to do. So with that being said, this is literally America that we're dealing with. I know that everybody's laughing at this 30-year-old autist that got taken to court by his parents and the courts needed to get involved to get this autist off the property of these poor parents. But listen, man, this is an epidemic happening. I'm not going to name the name of the last individual from 570, but we talked to that person for an hour. That's a 26, 27-year-old man. Okay? And, we found his YouTube page, and his YouTube page is full of likes of weird cartoons. I mean, this is always a constant with these autists. They love cartoons. It doesn't matter how old they are. They could be like 45-year-old autists. They love cartoons. They are infatuated with cartoons. I mean, it's sick. It's at a level where it's not just, oh, I like the cartoons. It gets to the point where they start sexualizing the cartoons and, in a perversion type of a scenario in their minds, and they start drawing, naked pictures of their favorite cartoon and doing sexual acts. I'm not joking, folks. I have been exposed to this unwillingly by these autists because, unfortunately, my show catered to autists. I don't know why. I guess it was Radio Graffiti. And it's a shame that I had to take away Radio Graffiti. You know that? It's a goddamn shame, but these autists ruin it, man. I mean, this is serious times, man. We need to start talking about politics. We need to help our president out here. We need to start talking about the straight political dope that this goddamn show is known for, man. Instead, I'm being bombarded with a goddamn bunch of freaking should be wearing helmet tards out here. Trying to make my life miserable and just, I don't know what the hell they want. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they want. So anyway, regardless, I just want you all to realize that, the previous show, the person that I was talking to, that's not an isolated incident, folks. I mean, there are too many to count. People who are fans of this show that are of that caliber of mental capacity. And each and every one of them, folks, always sexualizes the cartoons they're infatuated with. And folks, I don't know about you, but I mean, sexualizing cartoons is one step into sexualizing your child. Using that as a little bit of a gateway to try to segue into some kind of sexual relations with your child. I mean, people may say that I'm taking things out of proportion, but why are they infatuated with cartoons and they're over the age of goddamn 18? Why? No one over the age of 18 should be fucking infatuated with cartoons. Okay, listen to me, man. Hey, look, I like the Looney Tunes, okay? I love the Looney Tunes. I'm not out here fucking watching it. I don't have fucking Bugs Bunny on my fucking wall. I don't have a fucking Yosemite Sam stuffed animal up fucking on my goddamn dresser. I'm not infatuated with that crap. I don't even have it recorded. Whenever it's on TV, hey, look, it's Looney Tunes. It's Foghorn Leghorn. Hey, look at that. I mean, great. I mean, I like Fred Flintstone, the Flintstones, you know what I'm saying? I'm not out here dressing up like Barney fucking Rubble. You understand? I mean, this is what these people are doing now, and this is a problem. This is a major problem, because these same people that can't grow up are the ones that are now shooting up goddamn fucking high schools now, and they're shooting up colleges, for Christ's sake. I mean, these people are turning dangerous because, you see, what do they get to do? What do they get to do, these autists and Aspergers? I'm sorry I'm going off on this, folks, but it has to be said, man. All right? It has to be said. What is the constant with all these fucking autists and Aspergers? What do they get to do all the time, and yet no one can take a fucking belt? No one can take a fucking belt and say, hey, autist, you're going to melt down? You're going to have a little bit of a meltdown? Huh? You're going to cry and fucking, whip their fucking ass! Oh, you're going to have a meltdown, autist? Huh? How about that? Yeah, you fucking autist tard! Yeah! Huh? You're still a part of the spectrum now, you autist piece of shit? Yeah! That's what needs to be done to these fucking tards. I'm sorry I have to be the bearer of truth. But good God! Take these fucking autists and these Asperger brats that are melting down to the woodshed. Don't be sitting here trying to coddle them with kid gloves. Stop trying to talk to them like a condescending tard. Hey, Billy, hold on. Are you about to have a meltdown? Don't have a meltdown, Billy. Calm down. Here's a video game, Billy. No, you don't want that? Here's a My Little Pony cartoon. Billy, calm down. Don't have a meltdown. Billy, you like My Little Pony. You like My Little Pony, My Little Pony, Sing it, Billy. This is what these fucking goddamn fucking parents are doing to these tards. That's what they're doing to these autists. Wake up, parents. I'm telling you, it's your fault. It's your fault. If you got an autistic kid, it's your fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Even mentally retarded people can be productive members of society, okay? Listen, man, I see plenty of mentally retarded, like where they've got the physical mental retardation features all over their face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm talking about. They're legitimately retarded, not autism and the fucking spectrum and Asperger's. No, I'm talking mentally retarded. I see them out here working, bagging groceries, sweeping floors. And you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to be as normal as they possibly can. They don't want to be referred to as mentally handicapped. They don't want to be referred to as retarded. Unlike the autists love it. The autists use it as a goddamn crutch. And I'm sick of it. Whenever you talk to an autist like a condescending idiot, they love it. They think that they're getting one over on you. I'm not joking. If you talk to them like a condescending, hi, Billy. Don't calm down. Calm your ass. Come on. It's okay. Here's a cartoon. Talk that way to a real mentally retarded person. And you know what they're going to say? Don't talk to me that way. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not stupid. That's what they're going to say because they don't want to be treated like a retard. They don't want to be treated like a retard. Even retards don't want to be treated like retards, okay? But autists, no, they love that title. Hey, I'm autistic, and that's the first thing they tell you. Oh my God, that's the first thing they tell you. You know, when they do something wrong, when they act like a moron, you know, when they completely screw up and when they're caught being deceitful and a bunch of fucking backstabbing pieces of shit, you know what they do? I'm autistic. I'm retarded. I can get away with it. I gotta get out of retarded free card. Freaking pickled prick, turkey tick, phallic fluffing pieces of autistic shit. All right, look, that's about enough. All right, I'm just saying, I had to say this because I know in the last broadcast we went into an extensive fucking conversation with some autist or something, and you all heard that. I mean, listen, aside from that person being an autistic, I mean, that sounded like a whole array of different mental disorders. I mean, paranoia, schizophrenia. I mean, that was horrible. That's why I had to go. I couldn't do it anymore. I mean, that's why I had to say, no, I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, let's just go ahead and let's get to the regular broadcast here, okay? Let's get to the regular broadcast. Let's talk about crypto. I know everybody and their brother is like, what the actual fuck when it comes to cryptocurrency, and I don't blame you. But once again, what did I tell you folks, and I've been telling you for the past several shows, there is a direct correlation with the bull run that's happening on the U.S. dollar right now and the contraction in cryptocurrency, for heaven's sake. I mean, right now, folks, there is value out the wazoo going into the U.S. dollar. I mean, the U.S. dollar today alone was almost up. On the day alone, the U.S. dollar was almost up 0.5%. That's the dollar index spot. That's against most currencies in the international community. I mean, we're in a bull run here. Now, why are we on a bull run on this dollar? Like I've always suggested, folks, the Federal Reserve, all of a sudden the Federal Reserve is starting to become stricter on its monetary policy after, for 20 years, it's just like decided to run the fucking money presses. But now that we have a president that's trying to make America great again and implement policies that are going to bring back the means of production to the United States, bring back jobs, bring back prosperity, bring back GDP growth, etc., now we've got the Federal Reserve all of a sudden wanting to become monetarily fiscal, which means that they are raising the interest rates. They've already had 2 separate interest rates in the year 2018 that we are in thus far, and I think they've got another 4 scheduled for this year. And I don't know if you've noticed, folks, but the dollar's value has gone up. I mean, if you're somebody who frequents fast food joints, or if you go out to eat, you begin to notice that the price of food has gone down a little bit because the dollar value has gone up. And that's why I continue to say when we get to the commodities, every time the dollar's up, I tell you guys, well, we should see most commodities in the red, with the exception of those in which the commodities traders feel has a scarcity. Those are the only ones that are going to be up. Now, if we relate that to the cryptocurrency market, right now, since the dollar is king and the U.S. dollar keeps going up and up and up, the value of most currencies keeps going down, down, down. Folks, we are at a very, very low market capitalization for cryptocurrency. I would say it is buying time right now. It is buying time. And for you folks that are trying to time the market on when the hell the next rise is going to be, just watch that dollar spot chart. And as soon as you start seeing that dollar spot chart go down to any capacity, that's when you're going to start seeing the cryptocurrencies go up. Now, there is good news. Even though the Federal Reserve is attempting to try to be fiscally monetary, we do have a problem in this situation relating to the Iranian nuke deal. Now, for you folks that are unaware, our president wiped his ass with the Iranian nuke deal, rightfully so, because it was the worst deal ever made in American deal-making history, first and foremost, and secondly, it was nothing more than a payoff to the Iranians for God knows why. But that's another debate. The reason I'm suggesting this is because the European Union, the Eurocucks, want to continue to sustain this ridiculous Iranian nuke deal, even though the United States doesn't have any part of it anymore. Even though the United States ripped it up, the Eurocucks actually want to continue to sustain the fucking nuclear deal with Iran. Now, what's interesting, folks, is that Iran has now put out its demands to Europe if Europe wants to save the deal with Iran. And I can't believe that Iran thinks it's got this much leverage over Europe, but maybe it does. Maybe Iran knows something about Europe. Maybe Iran knows something about the Obama administration. I mean, let's be honest. Let's take a step back. I think I've alluded to this before. Why did the hell it wasn't just the United States, it was the European Union, all these damn globalist institutions that were involved in this goddamn Iranian nuke deal. Okay? Now, why? I mean, I go back to Pakistan. Pakistan is a nuclear power. We didn't do any deals to stop Pakistan from being a nuclear power. And Pakistan, if you want my personal opinion, has a hell of a lot more goddamn wild Yehudis and inbred goddamn Yehudi population than Iran. I mean, if you take a look at the population of Iran, folks, because they have, since the revolution of 1978-79, they have fought so many wars and sacrificed so many of their population that the average median age for Iran is 27 years old. They have nothing. The majority of the military in Iran, it's not to defend the country, it's to defend itself from its own people. It's already had several uprisings within the past 10 years, and it had one most recently, and I think it's going to have one again. And the bottom line is, folks, is the only thing that makes Iran powerful is the fact that it has its satellite terrorist organizations in separate countries. I think Pompeo, when giving, I'm talking about our Secretary of State, Pompeo, when he gave the ultimatum to Iran, he named them off like I named them off the previous show before he gave that speech. The Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and of course Hamas in Palestine. That's where they're getting their rocket technology for Hamas. And these guys are basically reigning power within the Middle East by having these terrorist satellites control factions of the Middle East in general. Now, with that being said, why is it that we have to negotiate with Iran for nuclear weapons? I don't understand. I mean, why didn't we do the same strategy we have done with North Korea? Why did we have to go $250 billion of American taxpayer money so that Iran can basically wait itself off for 10 or 15 years before it can start looking for nuclear technology again? I mean, this is the most biggest joke of a nuclear deal. It seems to me like a payoff. Remember, just like the president has said over and over, $1.5 billion was delivered in cash, in airplanes, in cold, hard currency, cash. That doesn't sound like some diplomacy deal. That sounds like a payoff! That sounds like a payoff! Now, what is it that Iran has over the European Union and the Obama administration for them to capitulate to these damn kebabs like they have been? That's a very interesting question that I believe will come about within the next several months, because I'm telling you this right now, folks, that's why the EU is cucking to Iran. They are cucking to Iran. They want to continue this ridiculous nuclear deal even after Donald Trump said, screw it, this deal sucks, you can keep the money, shove it up your ass. And yet, you know, the EU wants to continue to sustain the deal. Why? You know what Iran said in response if the EU wants to continue the deal with Iran? They want the EU to guarantee that the sanctions that are going to be hit by the United States on Iran are not going to hurt Iran, because they want the EU to purchase surplus material of whatever Iran sells to offset the sanctions. That's one of the fucking demands, okay? First and foremost, okay? 2, they want to continue their ballistic missile testing capability and want to be left alone about it. Okay? 3, they don't want to trade their oil in the United States dollar anymore. They want Euro to not only buy their oil from Iran and trade in Euro dollars, but Iran wants the majority of the OPEC countries and have the EU convince them to trade in euros as opposed to US dollars. Now, these are big demands coming from Iran. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up here in the financial hour, folks, is because this right here could potentially have some serious implications on the cryptocurrency markets. Because if by some chance the EU does bow down and suggest that it's going to continue the damn nuclear deal and capitulate to the fucking Iran's demands, that means that they're going to trade, they're going to buy oil, because that's the only commodity Iran has. What else is it producing? What else is it producing? Persian rugs? It's fucking oil. So what they're expecting the EU to do is purchase a surplus of oil using euros to not only eliminate the petrodollar from having anything to do with Iranian oil and of course the allies of Iran as well. We may see the same thing happen from Russia. We may see the same thing happen from Venezuela, but Venezuela is almost about to go down the tube, so that's a whole other subject. But either way, if enough of these damn countries oblige and they start just accepting euro dollars in acceptance for trading of their oil, that could cause a tremendous crash in the U.S. dollar. All right, that could cause a tremendous crash in the U.S. dollar. And when the crash happens, folks, that's when everybody's going to go to crypto. And that's looking pretty possible at this point in time. Now, we shall see what the European Union is going to do. Is the European Union going to cuck and just, bow down to Iran's demands? I mean, you know what that means? That means the EU is going to have to purchase a tremendous amount of oil to offset the sanctions that are going to be hit by Iran. Meaning that they're going to have to purchase an amount of oil that can suffice Iran throughout the sanctions. I mean, so this is a really, really, really unfortunate situation here because I really am offended that these fucking Euro cucks are bowing down to Iran. And that's why I go back to, why are they doing this? What does Iran have over these people? It has to be something. I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is. But anyway, look out for that, folks, to see if the Euro cucks are going to bow down to Iran. If they do, be expecting cryptocurrency to go up the ass. Unfortunately today, folks, it is going blown out the ass. Unfortunately, it's a prolapsed anus today. I'm sorry for the gruesome image, but folks, we have lost literally over $100 billion of market capitalization in cryptocurrency this freaking week. Over $100 billion. Gone. Why? Because everybody's cashing out, man. They're cashing out into USD. I mean, that's the thing to do, right? If the dollar's valuable, why am I going to keep my currency in crypto? I'm going to cash out in USD and hold it. And that's another bad part about the Make America Great Again economic policy. If the U.S. dollar is valuable, even though we have all these jobs and we have this growing economy and we have, people with more money in their pockets, they're going to be less likely to spend it. Because they're going to want to keep it as long as possible because it's valuable. It's growing value as it's just holding on in their pockets. So, a lot of things to look for. But let's get back to the cryptocurrency markets, folks. Sorry for being so long-winded about, the potentials that can happen. But that's why everybody listens to this broadcast, for crypto information, baby. There ain't nobody that knows crypto like this man right here. That's why everybody's making lots of money in the inner circle. That's why I got people out there listening in the True Capitalist Radio listener base that are making lots of capital. I get all kinds of emails and messages from people saying, man, Ghost, I listened to you and boom, 50 grand, boom, 20 grand. It's easy to do. All you got to do is have the balls, the timing, and make the right decisions. That's what it's all about. Anyway, right now I think it's an ultimate buying time for some of the major cryptocurrencies that are out there that are going to be hot. Let's take a look at the market capitalization. Once again, over $100 billion out of this cryptocurrency market. The current market capitalization for cryptocurrency right now, $329 billion. Oh, good God. $329 billion market cap for the entire cryptocurrency market. Now, I want to be honest with you folks. I'm like you guys. I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear how bad the blood is on all these bloody goddamn cryptos. And as I stated, folks, the reason is because of this bull run on the U.S. dollar. If you take a look at the U.S. dollar spot chart, it is up, it is up, it is up. And as long as the Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates, which recalls all those outstanding dollars back, that's what interest rates does, folks. It's meant to call all those outstanding dollars that the fucking Federal Reserve has been printing out since fucking Alan Greenspan. It's supposed to bring them all back to bring back, value in the dollar. That's what it's intended to do. Unfortunately, we don't need value in the dollar right now. What we need as we're emerging into a new full-fledged economy is we need the dollar somewhat debased so that it can encourage people to spend it. Because as I stated time and time again, folks, all right, the only way that America is going to have opportunity for people to get themselves out of the bottom and potentially make themselves one of the people at the rich top is if they're exchanging hands on a consistent and frequent basis on a municipal level, on a state level, and on a national level. The more times that money exchanges hands within a market, the more opportunity there is for wealth generation. That's why whenever you go to like a swap meet, or a flea market, that's why they call it that. Because you've got a bunch of vendors out there that are selling their wares, whatever it is, or selling their deals. And you know what happens in that market? That money that goes into the market from consumers exchanges hands in that market throughout the whole fucking day. Vendors that are probably working their asses off may want to get a soda from one of the soft drink vendors, or a candy from one of the candy vendors, and the candy vendor may need something. All of a sudden, you have an exchange of currency going on within a market, and there's an opportunity for people to make money and to generate a pretty good chunk of coin at the end of the day when the damn market closes. That's what we need in every market in America, folks. We need, on a municipal level, on a microeconomic level, we need as much local money exchanging local hands as many times as possible. Because the more times money exchanges local hands, the more opportunity there is for wealth opportunity on a local level. And that's what we need to strive for as in America. That's what I'm trying to promote as this broadcast, True Capitalist Radio, man. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I hope everybody out there that's listening, I hope they understand that that's what we need to do as civilization, as in America. We need at a micro level to start promoting that money needs to exchange hands as frequently as possible, because that's the only way that we're going to genuinely have opportunity for the poor and impoverished and the disadvantaged in this country. Because what happened during Obama, let's be honest what happened to Obama. In Obama didn't bail anybody out except for the big banks and the big corporations and everybody who donated to his campaign contribution account and the Democrats. I repeat this time and time again. You don't believe me? Take a look at Stimulus Package 2. Stimulus Package 2, and take a look at all the people that got money from that son of a bitch and giveaway raid on the tax system. And take a look at the most vocal critics of the president today and just start looking at, whoa, what a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence, folks. These Democrats, these so-called elite leftists, these people in Hollywood, these people that are out there in New York City, these so-called bigwig leftists, champagne socialists, these people out here know what the hell they're doing, all right? What they are doing is they tried to do this during the Obama administration. They tried to merge corporations with government. Why? Because the government bailed them out. The government bailed them out. So whose loyalty are the people that got all the bailouts during the 2008-2009 crash that got all the money from Barack Obama and the Democrats, who do you think that got all that money, who do you think their loyalty is going to stay with? It's going to stay with the Democrats! That's why Warren Buffett wanted you to vote for Hillary Clinton. And by the way, and you can look back at this if you want. Take a look. That's a beautiful part about the internet. Any claim that I make, you can go and take a look at it. When Warren Buffett was campaigning and stumping for Hillary Rotten Clinton, do you remember that she was making a speech about her tax plan? And she said that everybody are going to get their tax rosing on them. You know, did anybody happen to see Hillary Clinton's tax plan, for Christ's sake? I hate to rehash old shit, but this is how stupid America is. The poet America thought that Hillary Clinton was going to save them or some shit. If you take a look at Hillary Clinton's tax plan, if you made $0 to $12,000, actually I think it's less than that. If you made $0 to $10,000, you owe 10% of that to the government under Hillary Rotten Clinton's plan. And these idiots, the Poe in America, the ethnic people, the trailer trash, everybody was like, come on, Hillary's going to take care of the Poe in America, baby. Hillary going to take care of the Poe in America. Man, did anybody really read her tax plan? And she said it. She said it when Warren Buffett was campaigning for Christ's sake. She said she was going to raise the goddamn taxes on everybody. And she said it was a necessity. But nobody wants to remember that shit, right? Everybody just wants to remember that, she was a woman and she was trying to roar and, you know, out came this evil man. This evil man, you know, Donald Trump that ruined it for a woman. Just ruined it. That lizard, that snake. Shut up, you stupid fucking leftist chicken skin sack having socialist slonghead sucking anal secretion loving piggish power bottom soy boy fruit bowl. Jesus Christ, I'm sick of these leftists. Are you? I'm sick of them, man. I mean, I can't stand them. I don't want to befriend them. If I hear they're damn leftist, I don't want to get out of my face. I tell them, get the fuck out of my face. I could be potentially violent. Why? Because these people are ruining our country, man. I said this on the last show. And listen, I hate to go off on the rant here, but listen. I wouldn't be so hateful to leftists if there were leftist people that were genuine about their virtue signaling and that were genuine about wanting to use their little leftist methods to make America better. I said this about the Santa Fe school shootings and the Parkland school shootings. Whenever these school shootings happen, all of a sudden, we got to take away the law-abiding citizen's Second Amendment. That's the only way we're going to stop these school shootings. And we got to stop it. We've got to do something. We got to take away their constitutionally protected rights. Every goddamn time there's a goddamn shooting out here at one of these schools. And what I've always said, and what I said the last show, was where are the leftists when all these kids in Chicago are being killed in gun violence on a frequent basis? There is so much gun violence in Chicago, they have nicknamed it and dubbed it Chirac because it's a war zone. People in the thousands are getting killed on an annual basis out there, and do I hear any leftist outcry for that? Do I hear anything for the lives that are being lost in Chicago, which are mostly black and ethnic? No! I don't hear nothing from these leftists. No, but it wasn't until it started hitting their Jewish and white schools is when all of a sudden, it's hitting our liberal Jewish and white schools. We have to do something. Oh my God, we have to take law-abiding citizens' Second Amendment gun rights away because that's what'll do it. No, it won't. This is a ruse, and I hope all of you real American folks out there know that this goddamn attempt at trying to take away our Second Amendment is a ruse. We are the last country that has the right to bear arms that, well, there are a couple of other ones, but they're insignificant small countries, and they're already half globalist anyway. But either way, we are the last country that has the right to bear arms, and that it's written as one of our constitutionally protected rights. And let me tell you, regardless of what the fucking leftists say, our forefathers did not write They did not write the Second Amendment for fucking hunting. They didn't write it for muskets. It was the right to bear arms in case of a tyrannical government. The people have the right to fight back and revolt. That's why we have the Second Amendment, and that's why you have a bunch of government assholes in Washington, D.C. that want to take our Second Amendment away, for Christ's sake, so they can dictate to us like they're dictating to the Eurocucks out there in Europe. Look at all those goddamn bureaucrats in the EU dictating to the Eurocucks, and they can't do anything. They can't do nothing. That's why I'm telling each and every one of you, don't fall for this sentimental bullshit that, oh, our children are dying and we gotta stop them. Oh yeah? Why don't we talk about the social environment of school as a possible means for these fucking goddamn shootings to begin with? Have you ever seen the social setting of a goddamn school? It's like prison! It's like fucking prison! The blacks are hanging out with the blacks. The jocks are hanging out with the jocks. The Mexicans are hanging out with the Mexicans. And you know, it's the same bullshit. This is the crap they do in prison. And you mean to tell me that they're not going to have some kind of a problem like they do in prison? They have prison riots all the time, you stupid dumbasses! You can't put people in a social situation like public education. Because, folks, what is public education? It's government-induced propaganda. And if you don't believe me, folks, what is school? What is public education doing to our children right now? They're not turning them into capitalists. They're not turning them into independent fucking people. They're not turning them into good parents. They're turning them into stupid egomaniacs. That's what our goddamn education system is turning our people into a bunch of goddamn egomaniacs that don't know shit. And you see, folks, why are we continuing to believe that if we throw more money at this stupid, dumb, goddamn, ridiculous scam called public education, that in some osmosis capacity, that children are going to get that much smarter and people are going to get that much brilliant and that much... No, it's not going to happen. It's the social environment of school itself that's inducing these fucking school shootings, you idiots. I mean, do you understand that these kids spend more time at a public education arena, at a school, than they do with their own parents, than they do with their own family? They're there. It's prison. And they even run it like a prison. I mean, they even feed the inmates in prison like they feed your children! Wake up! Don't you understand that? They make your goddamn kids line up in a single file line like a bunch of prisoners. And what are they teaching your kids to do once again? Being stupid and egomaniacs. Why? What is that going to get you in life? You can't be a capitalist. You can't take care of yourself. What the fuck are you going to do with yourself? You know what you're going to do with yourself? You're going to be another subject to another system. Remember, we're bringing you into the government system via public education system. Now, what we're trying to do is make you dumb and egomaniac so you can go from system to system like a fucking herd of sheep. Oh, what? You're going to get in trouble when you're a teenager? We're going to put you in the juvenile detention system. Oh, what? You got pregnant? Well, we're going to put you on the child support system. We're going to put you on the welfare system. What? You're now over 18? Now you commit crime? We're going to put you on the fucking parole system. We're going to put you in the prison system. Do you understand what public education is doing? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not negating the fact that most of these people that are conducting these fucking mass shootings are a bunch of autists and a bunch of Asperger, psychotropic, drug-induced maniacs. But by God, if they were psychotropic, drug-induced maniacs with their family, at least the only people that'd be killed are the person that are raising them. Okay? I'm not saying that it's right, but if you put a social arena like school in front of people, and especially a people that they feel that they are entitled to meltdowns, entitled to do what they want, and they find out they can't. And these are the same autists and the same Asperger and the same psychotropic drug-induced kids that are playing video games like Grand Theft Auto. Are y'all familiar with Grand Theft Auto for you young or you old folks out there that listen to me? Grand Theft Auto is a game where all you do is commit violent crime. You can go punch a prostitute in the head and rape her. You can go carjacking. I'm not kidding! You can go commit armed robberies! And you mean to tell me that this is not going to induce an idiot autist that doesn't know any better? Give me a freaking break, man. I mean, look at these shoot-'em-up games, for Christ's sake, man. Look at PUBG. You know, look at Dota 2. I mean, this is what's inducing all this stuff. I think instead of having everybody come down on the Second Amendment and law-abiding citizens, because that's who they're coming after, folks. When they say, oh, we have to reestablish the Second Amendment because our forefathers didn't mean machine guns. They meant muskets. They meant it for hunting. No, they didn't, you idiot. They meant it for the right to bear arms. Arms, that's general. That's a very blanketed statement. And moreover, it was intended to fight off a tyrannical government if any of our fucking rights were taken away from us. So anyway, listen, keep that in mind. I didn't mean to get off on a tirade about this whole Santa Fe crap, but I'm tired of hearing these stupid little brats go on and on about how they want to take away the rights of law-abiding citizens because a couple of brats, have a meltdown and shoot a couple of other brats in a school. How come it's not the school's fault for inducing such a warped goddamn social arena and emulating prison? How about that? How come it's not the school's goddamn fault for not sufficing enough security? I mean, folks, let's go back to Chicago, okay? Like I said, you never hear liberals talk about the lives that are lost in Chicago to gun violence. And thousands of lives are lost a year to gun violence in Chicago, folks. And I'm not just talking about dumb shitbag gang members. I'm talking about people that are getting caught with innocent strays. I'm talking kids that are walking to school. That's why they call it Chirac. And do you hear any liberals out there saying, you know what, something needs to be done about this? No! And you want to know why they're not saying it? Because, folks, Chicago is one of the most strictest anti-gun fucking cities in the nation. It is the strictest anti-gun city in the nation. And guess what? It's got the highest violent gun crime in the nation. That's why they don't want to talk about the poor souls that are being lost out there in Chirac. Because it's, first of all, doesn't suit their narrative. And secondly, they don't really care about those black people. Let's just be honest. If those liberals were so virtuous and cared about black people so much, if fucking faggy-ass D. Ray McKesson was so badass and was so down with Black Lives Matter, that son of a bitch would be out there protesting the deaths of all kinds of black people that are dying every fucking day in Chirac. But you never hear that. You're never going to hear that because leftists are a bunch of crap. It makes me sick. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of the virtue signaling. If you goddamn liberals if y'all actually cared about this so-called gun issue, y'all would have been out there in Chicago figuring out what the hell to do out there in the most gun-controlled city in America. Now, I was supposed to talk about some goddamn cryptocurrency, but I got off keister here. Look, most of the cryptocurrency is completely in the red, okay? But, except one that I've been talking about, folks. Alright, now I gotta get to this one. What did I tell you all about 0x? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It's the only cryptocurrency right now keeping most of the inner circle's portfolio in the green, baby. We got in at 0x at 40 cents, 38 cents, around that particular price, folks. Take a look at 0x, okay? It's the only thing in the green right now. The symbol on it is ZRX. Now, why is it going up? What did I tell you about Coinbase? Remember I said through the internet rumor mill, through the cryptocurrency rumor mill. Remember, I got feelers everywhere, baby. I mean, I got my ear to the digital wall. I told you that they were talking about 0x, they were talking about quantum, they were talking about nano being a part of Coinbase. Now, what happened? Coinbase bought out an exchange. I forgot the goddamn name of the exchange. Hold on, let me take a look at it. I got it right here. Paradex. They just bought out Paradex. Now, Paradex utilizes the 0x blockchain technology in their exchange. Coinbase being the biggest, right now, as of late, the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, and plus it's the most legit, just purchased Paradex, which uses 0x technology, which, cha-ching, going up and up and up. It's going all the way up. Now, folks, before I get into this, covering this one, I want to say right now, it is not too late to get into this one either. Let's go back to EOS. Remember EOS? EOS right now is at about $11. EOS has over 800 million in circulation. At its highest, EOS went as high as about $16. At 800 million circulation. Now, with that in mind, let's take a look at 0x, symbol ZRX. Current market cap is $727 million for 0x. The current circulating supply, folks, 528 million in supply right now. Okay? Now, once again, because Coinbase has bought out Paradex, and Paradex uses 0x's blockchain technology as a means for its exchange, we are seeing 0x go through the roof, even during a bloody contraction. I mean, it is bloody. It is bloody. All right. In the past 24 hours right now, 0x has gone up 18.98%. 18.9. It was up as high as 30% earlier, okay? Current price for 0x, $1.38, okay? I still think this is a great buy. Like I said, compared to EOS, EOS got as high as $16. It's currently at about 11, maybe 10 and change right now. It's got 800 million in circulation. 0x, it's already a proven commodity. It's going to be integrated into the Coinbase GDAX type of exchange platform, and it's going to use 0x's technology. I think the longevity for this one is pretty long. So I think this $1.38 could easily go up to $10 to $15 in no time, man, in my personal opinion, just based on utilizing EOS as a gauge. And what has EOS done? EOS hasn't done shit. As a matter of fact, and look, I'm sorry, somebody on Gab called me a potty mouth or something. Hey, Steve Maynard, I'm sorry I divergenized your ears, but, you know, this is a man's broadcast, and I'm going to say a fuck or a shit every now and then, all right? If you don't like that, then go, you know, play with your pecker shaft somewhere and go watch old episodes of freaking Matlock or whatever the hell you do there, old man. All right? But as I was stating, this is a pretty good price. $1.38. It's gotten as high as about 2 and change. I think once it goes past its all-time highs, the sky's the limit, man. Like I said, 10, 13, 15 bucks, easy on 0x. Pretty good long-term investment. I'm definitely a buy on it. Anyway, other than that, folks, you've heard the damn cryptocurrency market capitalization. Pretty crappy. And as we have stated earlier in the broadcast, it's a consequence of the dollar run, man. We got to run on the dollar. The dollar's being a desperado. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about stocks while we're at it, folks, because stock market's looking pretty good, baby. And what did I tell you about the stock market? I said I was bullish throughout 2018, and it's been a bullish year. Didn't I say it, boys? Did I say it? Let's take a look at it. And listen, why did I say it? Because right when the tax cuts got passed, I mean, come on, man. All a damn company has to do on the stock exchange is just keep up, match last year's numbers. If you match last year's numbers to the quarter, because the tax cuts are extensive this year, the tax cuts are going to give you a profit even if you didn't show a profit last year at the same numbers. So profitability is inevitable, and whenever you see better than expected earnings, you see increases in stock prices, and as a result, we're seeing it now. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial, shall we? All right. And before we go on, I want to remind everybody we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread this show link around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Texas time, boys. 6:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And baby, I love being independent. Ghost.report. That's what you type in your browser. That's how you get to me, baby. You understand? Ghost.report is the website to get to if you want to get to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And once again, follow me on Gab, folks. All right, follow me on Gab. It's the last bastion of freedom of speech on the internet today. And you can get to me on Gab under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And I want to say what's going on in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. What's going on, man? We got the True Capitalist Radio chat room. If you want to come in and chat with us, folks, it's as easy as going to my Gab right now and hitting the subscribe button for premium content. All right, hit the subscribe button for premium content. And once you do, folks, private message me on Gab with your Discord chat name. Make sure to get yourself a chat name on Discord. Hit me up with it, and I'll give you an exclusive invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Now that we've got that said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit stocks here. Once again, I said it was a bullish year for 2018. Called it in 2017, folks. Y'all been with me. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow Jones Industrial is up 50.40 points, a percentage increase of 0.21%, closing out the Dow at 24,886.81 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P 500 also up today, 8.85 points, a percentage increase of 0.32%, closing out the S&P at 2,733.29 points for the S&P 500. We've also got the NASDAQ. It's also up 47.50 points, a percentage increase of 0.64%, closing out the NASDAQ at 7,425.96 points for the NASDAQ composite. So once again, baby, I told you this was a bullish year for the stock market. And if you don't believe me, let's go ahead and take a look at the year yields for the stock market. For the 1-year yield for the Dow Jones Industrial, 18.44%. And that's for the indice, okay? I'm telling you, 18.44% increase, all right, in the positive for the year for the Dow Jones Industrial. S&P 500 up 13.68% for the year. And take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up 20.49% for the year. I'm telling you, baby, that's why you listen to True Capitalist Radio. I mean, I'm trying to plant capitalist seeds. I'm trying to give you guys the heads up on where to make some money over here, and I hope that you're taking advantage of it, all right? I hope that you're taking advantage. All right, let's talk commodities now. Let's get to energy. Now, energy is looking a little fishy. You know, the investors are not knowing what the hell's happening. You know, we've got this standoff between Iran and the EU that I talked about earlier in the broadcast. You know, Iran is trying to seek demands now for the EU to continue this ridiculous Iranian nuke deal. And one of the demands is that if they're going to purchase oil, if the EU is going to purchase oil from Iran and its allies, it's got to purchase it through euros exclusively, not the petrodollar or the U.S. dollar. So that's got some of these people a little shaky. They're like, well, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? What is Iran trying to do? All right? All right, what are they trying to do here? And that's what got some of these investors in the energy market got them a little shaky. That's why it's a little flat today in oil. But folks, I guarantee you, man, this damn oil market, everybody who's in the oil game right now, it behooves them to have over $100 a barrel. We've already got cut production from OPEC. We've got the Russians claiming that they're going to stop and cut their production. And not to mention, that's not hurting the United States, folks, because the United States now produces oil, believe it or not. We produce almost as much oil as Saudi Arabia. We producers now! So even if we do get $100, $120 barrels of oil, even though it may hurt on face value, a lot of that money is going to come back to the United States, man. It's not just exclusively going to the Middle Eastern nation states because we're buying oil from them. We're producing oil right here, baby! So everybody in the game right now, it behooves them to kind of manipulate the oil markets, that's all the oil markets are. It's a bunch of manipulation. I mean, OPEC and, they're the ones that dictate, well, we're going to cut production. We are going to cut production about 2.5 million barrels. And then once that happens, the damn price goes up and shit. That's all you have to do is monitor. You just have to monitor these things. And, once you do, you could really, you could hook some shit up, man. You could really, really make some goddamn major money in these markets. You just gotta know where to look, and you gotta know how to look for it. Like I was telling everybody in here, I would definitely entertain ETFs that coincide with the increase of oil, or, to entertain some of these oil companies, folks. They're good blue chip stocks, first of all. Like, let's say you're not one of these risk takers, and you're somebody that wants to put your money in something that, that saves, but at the same time pays you a little bit. Like a bearish investor. I've told everybody this. You don't have to be the big hotshot stock person to be able to continue to get something for your money. You could play things in a bearish capacity and still capitalize very generously. Like I suggested to people, value investing. Value investing. This is the strategy in which whatever money you would traditionally put away for savings, instead of putting it away for savings, try to entertain purchasing a specific stock, specifically a blue chip stock with a high yield dividend. Now, what's a dividend? A dividend is when the company pays you a certain portion of monies per stock every quarter for as many stocks as you own. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, you want to entertain oil stocks, for instance. Because oil stocks, if you take a look at them, I think they're rightly priced. I remember during the time in which the oil prices were at $120 a barrel, I saw Exxon go as high as $175 a share. $175. All right? Let me take a look. Let me just give you a goddamn price just to let y'all know what the price is for Exxon today. Let me let this find the Exxon stock and let it load up the chart, and once we do, oh, great, an error, okay, great. What the hell is this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Bloomberg can't hook me up with a goddamn, stock. What a jerk. Fuck you, Bloomberg, you piece of shit. Good God. Anyway, look, let me look up Exxon stock here manually. Here it is, $82 a share. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ, Bloomberg, you fucking milky liquor. Sorry, folks. Anyway, ExxonMobil right now is at about $82 a share right now. I think everybody realizes that oil is the play. 52-week low on Exxon is only $72. All right, 52-week high is $89.30. The yield on this son of a bitch, check it out, 3.99%, a beautiful yield. So if we're speculating that oil's going to go up to about $100, $120 a barrel, these are the guys, them, BP, Chevron, Mobil, these are the guys that are going to be reaping those profits. And they're going to be posting it, and this is when you're going to get, and this is the ripe time to be able to invest in a value investing strategy on some of these oil stocks, because we're anticipating an increase. And what you're doing is every month that you put, let's say, $200 or $300 away in your traditional savings, you save $300, right? Well, every month you buy Exxon, let's just say for the sake of argument, okay? I'm not telling you to buy, but just for the sake of argument, every month you buy $300 worth of Exxon, $300 worth of Exxon. Some months you're going to get it higher than others. Some months you're going to get it lower than others. But in the end, you're going to average it all out. And once you start seeing these $120 barrels of oil, not only are you going to get the increase in the value investing that you've made for however long you've invested in it, but the dividend, baby, you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid per share that you own, for every share that you own, every quarter. So I just want to let everybody know that's what you want to look for when you want to bear invest and still want to be able to, have some net worth, still have some stocks and have stocks pay for you and stuff like that, not being too risky, if you will. But anyway, let's get back to energy, folks. I don't mean to be too long-winded. I'm just trying to create more capitalist here. Let's get to WTI sweet crude, okay? WTI is down modestly today, still down 9 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.13%. Current price for WTI sweet crude is $71.75 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Let's get to Brent crude, folks. Brent crude is down 13 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.16%, closing out Brent crude at $79.67 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline. It's up modestly today, 0.07% increase. Natural gas is up 0.10% increase, and heating oil is down 0.07% decrease. Let's go ahead and get to metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, what's really interesting here, folks, is that even though we're seeing an increase in the dollar and the dollar value, we should be seeing some decreases in metals. We're not seeing that, which seems to say to me that we've got some market bears in the market that don't trust what's going on out here. And, they're hedging their bets. They're hedging against any kind of uncertainty that could bring down these markets. And as a result, this is where investors go for safety. I would strongly advise anybody who has a portfolio at least entertain 10%, maybe 15%, but 10% of your holdings to gold and silver holdings to some capacity. Because rainy day falls and the market drops. I mean, lest we forget 2008, 2009, when the economic recession happened in America, gold was almost at $4,000 a troy ounce during that time. Silver was almost at $70 a troy ounce at that time. So that's why it's always good to hold a little bit of gold and silver in your portfolio, folks, because, that rainy day could come, baby. It could come. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to precious metals. Gold is up for some reason, $4.90, a percentage increase of 0.38%, closing out gold at $1,299.70 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver up today, 7 cents, a percentage increase of 0.40%, closing out silver at $16.47 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper down modestly, 0.05% decrease. Platinum is up. Well, no, it's actually unchanged right now. Platinum is unchanged. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, folks. Now, here is where we should see mostly red. But, of course, folks, because we're having this renegotiation with the trade deal with China, this is going to boost a lot of speculators into hedging into some of these commodities. Because lest we forget that what Steve Mnuchin said yesterday was that they've got about $200 billion in commitments of purchase of U.S. goods from China, and most of them are agrarian goods. So for you folks that are entertaining a play in agriculture, ETF, folks. And what you need to research is the most purchased commodity, or the highest purchased commodities from China, because those are the ones that are probably going to be in that extra $200 billion that they're negotiating with China right now, which could cause the increase in commodities based on a manufactured scarcity. Because lest we forget, man, $200 billion of commodities being taken out of the United States production market and put into China, that's going to cause scarcity, folks. So even though the dollar may be going up in value, because China has to feed billion people, and there's $200 billion that China's going to add in buying power because we're trying to renegotiate these trade deals, and they're going to they're going to put it basically in commodities. I mean, this is what's going to cause the scarcity in some of these agricultural commodities. And I would strongly advise people to, make a hedge. Make a fucking hedge, because this is time to make capital. You understand, folks, right? Everything I try to explain to you, I explain to you why I'm thinking what I'm thinking, because this is how capitalists are supposed to think. They got to be thinking about how to make money all the time, how to use information to make them more capital. You understand? I mean, no one's going to give you a living. You have to earn a living. And to what extent of a living you have, what extent of a lifestyle you have, is completely up to you. That's why I say I'm trying to plant seeds out here. I'm just trying to plant seeds. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to agriculture here. Let's get to grain, shall we? Corn is unchanged, folks. Wheat is down 0.09%. Oats is up 0.69%. Rough rice is down 0.04%. Soybean is up 0.07%. Soybean oil is up 0.06%. And canola is down 0.13%. Let's get to the soft, shall we? Now take a look at cocoa. What did I tell you about cocoa? Ebola, Ebola, Ebola. That's what's happening over there in I'm not joking, that's what's happening. Ebola. Ebola. Anyway, for you folks that don't get what I'm saying, there's an Ebola outbreak going on in Africa, and believe it or not, cocoa is the base for chocolate, and most of the cocoa is produced in Africa. Got it away. And as a result, we've been seeing some increases dramatically in cocoa. So, be expecting your next Snickers bar to be costing at least 10 or 20 cents more. I'm not even kidding here in the next week or two. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got cocoa up 1.12% increase. We've got coffee.
Hey, dude, don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, okay, dude? Yeah, my coffee. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude.
Shut up, you freaking fruit. Hate these hipster freaking coffee drinking, star cucks loving fruits. Anyway, coffee is down 1.24% decrease. Sugar is up 1.65%. Orange juice is up 0.27%. Cotton is down 0.45%. And lumber, thank God, we've been seeing increases every goddamn day on lumber. Finally, we're seeing a contraction here. It is down 2.47%. Rubber is down 0.56%, and ethanol is up 0.73%. Let's get to livestock, shall we? Now, let me tell you, this is where China's going to make a little bit of an impact on the prices of commodities. They love steak. All right, those goddamn communists, they like to eat like capitalists. They love steak, and they love lean hog. So, for all you folks that are used to the prices that you're seeing out in the grocery stores for beef, if this damn deal does go through, then be expecting major beef prices and hog prices going up the ass. All right? Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to live cattle. All right, live cattle, it is up 2.14%. We've got cattle feeder up 1.87%. And before we get to lean hog, I want to remind everybody, it's time for the ham bone movement. Let me get some love on the rocks. Now, for you folks that are unaware, what I'd like for you all to do, because we're trying to make America beautiful again, all right, what we're trying to do is just have everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, when you see these fat jelly-ass Snorlax sporting ham bones, these disgusting back tit sporting fat jelly asses that are out here on hover rounds in shopping malls, in grocery stores, when they back up, they do the whole beep, 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 beep. These people need to be stopped. And all you got to do, you don't have to confront them, you don't got to say anything to them, all you got to do is just go by them and just say, ham bone. I mean, it's as simple as that. They'll get the point. And hopefully, they'll put the fucking fork down for about 5 minutes and realize, I'm too fat. So once again, just pass by these sons of bitches. Don't confront them. Don't say anything. All you gotta do is just Hambo. It's as simple as goddamn that, man. All right? Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Lean Hog. It is up 1.46% increase on the day. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, it is Wednesday. All right, this is May 23rd, 2018. I do want to say, before I get to the shout-outs, that I went to exchange this mixer that I'm supposed to be using for the show here. I exchanged the mixer. It's a Soundcraft fucking notepad, or whatever the hell it's called. The first one completely crapped out, okay? I mean, it wasn't doing anything. It was like a literal coaster. It was nothing. I take it back, I exchange it for the same one, I bring it back, and what happens is this is what I was expecting. You know, now, what I'm broadcasting you from right now is a blue microphone, which are pretty good. As a matter of fact, it's probably one of the best microphones I've ever had. I mean, all you got to do, it's USB-based microphone. You plug the goddamn thing in the USB. It's already got, like, embedded software within it. And what it does, it, like, kind of creates itself as an external, like, sound card, so to speak. Like an external sound card. And once you get that, I mean, the microphone acts as a microphone and as speakers. I mean, it takes over the sound card capacity. Very, very convenient, very easy. You don't have to worry about crap. So I figured, why not do the same thing and get a mixer that's USB-based, right? You just, plug and play. It should be very easy. Everything should be fine, right? I mean, this is new modern-day technology, right? I mean, this is what I thought. I mean, I was so impressed with the blue microphone. No, absolutely not. Anyway, folks, the first one crapped out. I plug in the second one this morning. I spent all morning trying to fix this stupid fucking mixer. Excuse my French. But I plugged the damn mixer in, and the computer recognizes it. And the funny thing is that the computer recognized it as speakers. So technically, I could hear everybody on the mixer, and I plugged in the microphone, and I thought that the whole damn thing was working. I go into the I go into the inner circle, and I was like, hey, I just got the new microphone. How am I sounding? How does it look? Or how does it sound? And one of the guys in the inner circle, hey, Foreign, I'm sorry, man, Foreign Capitalist, my apologies. Because he was like, man, it really sucks. You know what I mean? It really sucks. And I was like, dude, man, I just got this. What are you talking about? It sucks, man. I mean, good God, you can't please everybody. I mean, I was kind of getting upset. And then I decided to do a test stream earlier today. And when I did the test stream, he was absolutely right, man. I mean, what was happening is the mixer was actually being picked up by the USB connection as speakers only. Not as a microphone, not as like an independent sound card or nothing. It was just speakers, right? So when I was talking, all that was picking me up was the fucking microphone on the damn fucking computer! And I sounded like crap! So, I know people in the damn chat room, well, what about the drivers? You think I'm stupid? I've been on the internet since 1993. Of course. I went to the website. I downloaded the drivers. I downloaded the control panel software. I did all that crap. And you know what? It just screwed it up even more. It didn't even recognize the hardware when I installed the driver and the control panel. This goddamn thing is a piece of shit. It is a piece of crap. Do not get any of these goddamn mixers. They are a piece of garbage. Now what I've got to do tomorrow is go to the fucking, some fucking instrument store somewhere for the third damn time to exchange this piece of crap. And now I've got to get a more expensive son of a bitch because that's the only one that's USB based. And, This is what happens when you take your goddamn show independent. When you take your goddamn show independent, this is the kind of crap that you're going to fall into, man. You know what I mean? This is why the last time it was so goddamn easy for me to do a show, because, everything was supplied to me by, a Blog Talk Jew Radio over there. But now I got to supply everything my goddamn self, and it seems like Murphy's Law is hitting my broadcast every time it wants to kick me in the tailpipe. So, once again, I'm sorry that we don't have a mixer. I wanted to bring in some of the people that are in the chat room and instantaneously just bring them into the show. I want to just instantaneously just bring people from the chat room right into the show, man. I'll be able to do that with the goddamn mixer, but god damn it, I want a mixer that works! This is fucking USB, for Christ's sake! I should be able to just plug it in, and the goddamn computer should just read it! Good God! I mean, isn't technology supposed to work for us? Anyway, folks, let's just go ahead and, go to some shout-outs, folks. And now what we're going to do here, this is the part of the broadcast where we're going to give shout-outs to folks, and, you know how that goes. First thing we're going to do is give shout-outs to everybody that's in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. What's going on in the True Capitalist Radio chat room? If you want to be a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room, once again, go to my Gab, Politics Ghost, and hit the subscribe button for premium content. And once you do, private message me on Gab and let me know what your Discord chat name is. It's that simple. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's just take some goddamn chat room shout-outs right now! We've got Spectre in the house. What's going on? We've got Tesla Cyberheart starving in Sweden for Ramadan. Oh, no, man. Yeah, they're Eurocucks. Who cares? Stagio's in the house. Sparked in the house. Pauline Hanson, whoever the hell that is, of Whammo needs to be in a institution. Oh, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Oh, Whammo is a shit cunt. All right. No blacks allowed in the inner circle. Oh, come on. That's not true. That's not true that no blacks are of... Come on, man. I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black, man. Do you understand that? I'm serious, man. I'm a melting pot of friendship, for Christ's sake. I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black. I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Hispanics. I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Wop, Kraut, Muck Shovel and Mick, Camel Jockey, Frog, Limey. I mean, I'm a melting pot of friendship, for Christ's sake. I'm a nice guy. God. I don't know how many times I got to tell you people that shit. Anyway, we got Metaform in the house. What's going on? We got Maddox lost and Dick is in the wiener. What the hell does that mean? We got Jingo Burt. We got IZ Nigga Free. Come on, no, that's not true. Hot deals in Hawaii. Oh yeah, real funny, you idiot. Hey, got Hambone Capitalist. We got Greg Abbott. That's not the real Greg Abbott. And by the way, vote Greg Abbott for 2018 governor of Texas, baby. We don't need no goddamn Hispanics lesbian love affair out here, all right? We don't need none of that crap. I don't know what the hell the goddamn Democrats are smoking, but did you see what they nominated for goddamn governor out here in Texas? Some fat goddamn Consuelo-looking broad who dives on muffs whenever she has spare time. I kid you not. That's what they elected. I don't even know why I'm surprised. Let's get back to the shout-outs. We got Great Gains in the house. We got Ghost Got Mixed with Humiliation. What the hell does that mean? Fed beats crypto, how kosher? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. It's the old Federal Reserve that's screwing the old crypto markets. No kidding, eh? Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Listen, I know when I say that, some of you people may think, oh my God, Ghost, are you anti-Semitic? I'm not anti-Semitic, okay? I think it's already abundantly clear that, I'm on the side of Israel with this whole Israel-Palestinian nonsense. I've made that abundantly clear, okay? But I'm going to give y'all something, okay? There's times in which, how can I put this lightly without sounding anti-Semitic? There's that old, Jewish connection, that just creeps up on you, that slaps you in the face and you just can't ignore it. And one of those Jewish connections that I just can't let go is Ben Shapiro. Can somebody tell me who's listening to this disgruntled autist? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, why is this guy a thing? Why is Ben Shapiro a fucking thing, man? I'm tired of Ben Shapiro, man. I mean, this guy sucks. He's boring. He's uninspirational. I mean, why? Why is there a Ben Shapiro if there's not a Jewish connection in relation to that dude being a whatever he is? I'm sorry. I had to say it. Look, I'm not anti-Semitic, but listen, to my Jewish brethren out there, that's a little ridiculous, alright? I can buy almost any one of your other Jews out there. I can buy almost any one of your other Jews, but, I want to be honest with you, man. I can't overlook Ben Shapiro. I'm sorry. I can't overlook it. I mean, y'all know who I'm talking about, right? This, disgruntled autist Jew. He wears the goddamn, he wears the goddamn, what do you call it, the coffee filter on his head every time he's, talking. And he talks like a disgruntled, autist.
Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro, and I want to tell you what I think about politics. Because what I think about politics is really pertinent. And by the way, I want everybody to go ahead and buy my paywall for $5.99 a month.
And then when he puts his paywall, he realizes a couple of people have paid it, so he's like, okay, it's been 2 weeks later, now $9.99 a month from this the new paywall. Because, oy vey, oy vey. Look, I'm just saying, man, I'm tired of Ben Shapiro. I'm so tired of him. Why do we have to see him on Fox and Friends? I like Fox and Friends. Why do I have to see him on Fox and Friends, man? And I don't know if you've noticed, the people on Fox and Friends, whenever they have him on, they talk to him like an autist. They speak about him like he's an autist. Like the chick that's in the morning, she's like, "Aw, poor Ben Shapiro, he got protested the other day. Little Ben, he's a sweet guy." I mean, come on, man! Hey, Jews, come on, man. Y'all gotta cut the shit out. Seriously, Ben Shapiro, alright, I could name you a couple other Jews that, y'all are going way overboard, alright? What's that one stupid Jew's name? Seth Rogen. Give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, whose uncle is this asshole? I mean, this fucking guy's, he's got to be a sacred high priest rabbi's son or something, because give me a break. What the hell is Seth Rogen? Every time I see him, I'm like, why are you here? Why am I looking at your ugly face? And good God, look at the size of that nose. Keep that motherfucker away from my cocaine. I mean, good God. And what's another one? Jonah Hill? Jonah Hill's another one. I mean, look, I'll give it to you, man. You Jews, y'all got great personalities. Y'all got great talent. I like Sacha Baron Cohen. Okay, all right. I like but come on, man. I mean, Ben Shapiro, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill. I mean, enough. All right. You're going to turn somebody like myself, who's not anti-Semitic. I mean, I'm on your side over there, with the Palestinian and the Jerusalem thing, and y'all are literally, I'm just trying to be honest, all right? I'm just trying to be honest. I'm sick of Ben Shapiro. Hey, Ben Shapiro, if you're listening, here, take a whiff of this. Here, fucking suck the fart out of my ass, you stupid, dumb idiot. I'm sick and tired of hearing you.
Yes, I'm Ben Shapiro, and let me tell you something. I am completely against transgenders. That's because God made two genders, okay?
We get it, Ben. All right, we get it. We don't need to hear you say it over and over and over and over again, you repetitive fuck. Good God. You might drink after talking about that. Oh, somebody in the chat room like, Mike Cernovich is worse. Who? Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike Cernovich, guys, and let me tell you, I want you to get my book, Guerrilla Mindset, because I think that I'm being followed right now by the feds, and I've got the exclusive scoop for all the Trump stuff, and now I'm working for Alex Jones, because I'm Mike Cernovich, guys, and by the way, traps aren't gay. Traps are not gay.
All right. Anyway, let me get back to freaking Gab shout-outs, man. I'm going off keister here. All right, my apologies, folks. I mean, it's a Wednesday, and we started off the goddamn week with an autistic tard, and I don't know, I guess the damn theme has projected itself throughout the week. Good God. Where are we? We've got Great Gains in the house. We've got Engineer Died Autistic. No, he's not autistic. Shut up. We got Crawling in My Crawl. Chellis in the house. What's going on to Capitalist Chris? We got Capitalist America in the house. Boat. What's going on to Boat? Blasphemous the Tard Lyncher. We got Blackjack in the house. Black Star Try. Autist one-way trip to... What? Well, I don't even understand what the hell that means. We got Beer Force. Ban all autists. Yeah, I don't blame you. Now, ban all autists is right. We got the Australian capitalists. Aesthetic playing Guess Who. I don't know what the hell you're playing with here, you freak. We got BN King in the house. We got Ben Shapiro. Get that guy out of here. Ben Shapiro. Get out of here.
No, Ghost, I will not get out of here. Why do you not like me? Are you anti-Semitic?
No, I'm not Ben Shapiro. I'm actually on the side of Israel.
No, you're not. You're against my coffee filter on my head. And that's a sacred coffee filter. My rabbi gave it to me.
All right, we get it. All right, here's a bagel. Now get the hell out of here. You stupid 5-foot manlet. Anyway, what else do we got? We got 0x Niggabucks. Oh, man, come on. Don't say that, man. 0x first, Dogecoin next. Shove it up your ass with your fucking Dogecoin. Anyway, let's get to some goddamn Gab shout-outs, all right? Now, of course, if you want a Gab shout-out, all you've got to do is like the post on my Gab that states, True Capitalist Radio is now live. Just like the Gab post that states, True Capitalist Radio is now live. If you like that post right now, I will give you a Gab shout-out live right here on the broadcast here and now. So let's go ahead and get to some Gab shout-outs right now! All right, who do we got here? We've got the Punished Polybus. All right, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. We've got Ghost endorsed Jonah Hill coins? What the hell does that mean? Stupid idiot, for Christ's sake. Who else do we have here? We got Ghost Levels Dexterity. We got Watermelons for Oflamo. Aw, man, don't get racist, man! Come on! Don't get racist! We got Subterranean Reaper King. We got Left Fedora at Popeyes. All right, now look, that was rough, that was raw, but that was funny. Left Fedora at Popeyes. We got the Jew line that couldn't Jew. Yeah, shut up, you idiot, all right? Shut up! Shut up! Anyway, we got Christy O'Day in the house. We got Kai Gavin. We got Ramarcy Mid. We got Blair Heroic. We got Beryl in the house. We got, who else do we have here? Once again, you want a Gab shout-out, like the post that states True Capitalist Radio is now live. Listen in. We've got, I'm not going to say that. 42 coin equals next BitConnect? Yeah, right, you stupid asshole. We got Colon Punisher in the house. Christian Chandler. No, don't promote that stupid tard. Who else do we got here? Autist for rehab? No, they can't be rehabilitated, man. They're stupid. They're gone. It's over. It's over. We got an Oflamo Mixer. Look, that's enough, okay? That's enough of that, all right? Seriously. Jesus Christ. Aesthetic lost his abs? What the hell? All right, who else do we have here? We got Ghost Supports Buddhism Hotline. What the hell does that mean? Supports Buddhism. Supports Buddhism? What the hell does that mean? $300 to... What the hell does that say? $300 to enter the Jew Cuck clan? You fucking shit. Fucking shit, man. Sit over here, man. Listen, I didn't even want to do the show today because of this fucking shit. God damn it. Because the goddamn mixer wouldn't work. But no! I gotta be a fucking nice guy to you tards, man. I gotta be a nice guy over here. I got shit all over the place, for Christ's sake, man. Makes me sick. And do I get any kind of fucking respect? I'm not even getting paid for this shit anymore. You know, that's the sad part about it, man. I used to get paid on average $4,000 a month to do the broadcast on Blog Talk Radio. And you know how much I'm getting now? I'm getting dick now. I'm getting nothing. And I'm still having to put up with this crap. Good God. I'm not getting paid crap. Give me my frickin' drink. Good God, man. I'm so sick. I need a beer. I need a freaking beer. I'm sorry, folks. But you all hear what I have to put up with on a fucking consistent basis over here, man. You all hear this crap. Jesus Christ, it's a freaking Wednesday. Turning into a fucking fruit bowl Wednesday. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. I mean, I just have to do it. I've got to do it, man. More beer, man. I got to get some goddamn beer. I gotta do it, man. I'm sorry. I gotta goddamn do it, man. You people are pissing me off. I mean, I gotta do this to take the edge off, for Christ's sake, man. You people that are listening in, you know what I'm talking about, man. You gotta do is just listen to the show for a little bit. Anyway, folks, I do want to remind everybody, I know I have some people that are younger that listen. You don't have to consume copious amounts of alcohol just because you hear yours truly doing so, okay? I understand the risks, I understand the trade-offs, and I'm willing to deal with it. And because I'm a capitalist and I'm a free man, I'm doing what I want because I do what I want because nobody tells me what the fuck to do, all right? With that being said, let me go ahead and get this beer here. I want to say cheers, first and foremost, to the inner circle. I want to say cheers to everybody right now chilling in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. I want to say cheers to everybody who's listening to me right now all over the internets through this fiber optically connected world we call the internets throughout the world. And I want to say cheers to the greatest president in American history, the modern day George Washington himself. I'm talking about Donald Trump. Cheers, baby, cheers. I need it, man. I mean, you hear this freaking show that I have to do here. I need it, man. Anyway, let me just take a couple of more of these damn Gab shout-outs, all right? All right, Inner Zionist Circle. Oh, what? Because I'm saying that, you know, I'm on the side of the Jew with the Palestine situation. Get out of here, all right? Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? We got Texas Quality Mixer. Shut the fuck up, man. It's made in China. It's made in China. We go, what is this? No radio graffiti equals Black Lives Matter 2.0? I don't know what the fuck that's even supposed to mean. I miss radio graffiti. What's up with all these radio graffiti crap? Hey, assholes, listen. You don't seem to understand, all right? Radio graffiti was a thorn in my ass. Do you understand? And aside from that, I mean, it wasn't funny anymore. I mean, you had the same people doing the same splices. You had some stupid asshole out there that thought he was cool by playing freaking, you know, my name is Cleveland Brown, I must suck my cock, I'm a dumb black effeminate fruit bowl, It's over, it's done, I don't know what the hell you want, for Christ's sake, man. I don't know what the hell you want. I don't know what the hell you want. And not to mention, man, I'm doing this for free now. I'm doing this garbage for free. So what, you think I'm going to do radio graffiti and have all you idiots out here ridicule me and make me look like a goddamn asshole for free? Now, the hell with that crap. The hell with that crap. So, you can have all your little wishful thinking about radio graffiti. What is it? Somebody said, why don't you sell more autographs so we can bring back radio graffiti? Are you... What? What? Come on, man. I mean, listen. I mean, is radio graffiti that... I mean, does it mean that much to you people, for Christ's sake? I mean, are you serious? Are you serious? I mean, good God! Look at this, sell autographs to tards for fun. Oh my God, I am so fucking sick. Damn it. I mean, good God! I mean, seriously, man! I mean, are you all that... I just can't believe this crap, man. I can't believe it. I need another beer after this, man. I mean, look, I wanted this show to become serious fucking business, man. The straight political dope. Jesus Christ. Look, there's somebody says sell them at 15, I'll buy 10. It's no joke. No, I don't want to do it, man. I want to be a legitimate broadcast. I don't want to be entertainment for tards. I don't want to be entertainment for tards. I don't want to be entertainment for tards. God damn it. God. Son of a bitch. I don't want to be entertainment for tards, man. Good God. Oh, good God, man. Are you all serious, man? Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me take a drink. Look, folks, I'm sorry that we're going this direction. We should be talking about some serious issues here. But no, I've got these people, the people that are listening to the broadcast. They want to bring back radio graffiti. Like, I mean, it was boring. It was boring. Look, I would buy 25. I'd buy 15. I'd buy 10. Bro, I don't want to do radio graffiti anymore. I don't want to do radio graffiti. I don't want to do fucking radio graffiti anymore. Don't you understand it? Don't you understand it? I don't want to do it anymore. I want to be a serious But no! I got these people begging for radio graffiti like it's the fucking Last Supper. God damn it, man. Look, I don't want to talk about radio graffiti for the rest of the fucking show, man. And by the way, that's it for goddamn Gab shoutouts. That's it for Gab shout. I'm not joking around, man. That's it. I don't know how to tell you people this. I've been doing this show for 10 goddamn years, okay? 10 goddamn years. I don't want to be fucking entertainment for tards. And that's what I was during this radio graffiti shit. Oh my God, man. Give me my freaking drink. Look at this. They're saying, tell people to sell 3,000 autographs and you'll bring back radio graffiti. Bro, oh God. Jesus Christ, man. What did I do, man? What did I do to deserve this crap, man? Listen to me, man. I'm trying to be a legitimate broadcast here. I'm trying to be a legitimate broadcast. But every time I try to go legitimate, every time I try to... fucking goddamn trolls just suck me back in. Keep sucking me back in, man. They keep sucking me back in. Oh, my God. They keep sucking me back in. Now I don't even want to do the show anymore. I mean, seriously, I'm seeing all these people that are like, we want radio graffiti. We want radio graffiti. And now look at these tards. Look at them.
So you're saying you don't want to capitalize by selling your autograph to your listeners to bring back radio graffiti?
No, I don't, man. I'm oh, shit. I really don't. I really don't, man. I want to be a serious broadcast. All right, and I am serious. Anyway, look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Just shut up. All right, everybody on goddamn Gab, just shut your fucking pie hole. All right, let's talk about some serious issues here. All right, I mean, enough of this bring back radio graffiti nonsense. All right, enough. Jesus Christ, you know, let's just talk about some serious issues here. Let's talk about the president, all right? That'll put me in a better mood than, having to deal with you tards all the time. Did y'all hear about the president and the news that it's coming out? I told you, folks, I've been telling you this since 2016, that the Democrats were at the bottom of the Russia collusion. That they are the ones that have more of a connection with Russia than Trump could ever even imagine. And now it looks like it's all starting to come out, isn't it, folks? It's all starting to come out. Lest we forget, I've been talking about this for a long time. A long goddamn time. And it's about time that the truth starts coming out. Now, what's the truth, folks? Well, allegedly, there were not just one spy, but spies, plural, within the Trump campaign dating back as early 2016. So what does that mean? That means that they had these people under surveillance for some reason, right? And remember, Donald Trump used to say that, hey, my lines are tapped. I'm being put under surveillance. And remember James Clapper, the asshole that was the head of the NSA, James Clapper, right? when he laughed at the fact that, Trump is not being traced, he's not being surveyed, he's completely paranoid, yada, yada, yada. Did y'all hear James Clapper today? James Clapper today had to admit that, well, listen, we weren't exactly spying on Trump. We were actually looking out for Trump. We were putting people in the position there because we had heard that the Russians were trying to infiltrate that campaign. So what we did is we were trying to help Trump. We were helping him by putting in FBI spies in there. We were helping him. He should be thanking us. So, folks, he went from early 2016 lying, saying that there was no surveillance, no wiretapping of Trump whatsoever, to now admitting that, well, we weren't spying. We were actually helping Trump. We were trying to prevent Trump from being potentially exploited by the Russians. And you know what? He was on The View. James Clapper was on The View today, and you had that stupid, dumb Jew bitch, Joy Behar, actually saying, well, you know what? Trump should be thankful that you were trying to help him, right? I mean, trying to help aid and abet the crime that James Clapper is literally exposed doing. He's been caught lying so many goddamn times. He also got caught. Remember when he suggested that the NSA was not collecting metadata or any kind of spying on the United States citizens? Remember that infamous quote when they asked him, "Are you spying on Americans?" No, sir. Not wittingly. Remember that? Well, believe it or not, John McCain's offspring, that blonde daughter of his on The View, actually confronted this asshole about that. And you know what James Clapper said? James Clapper goes, you're talking about that time. I thought they were talking about something else. That's what his response was. Like a fucking bureaucrat. That's what his response was. Cindy McCain, whatever the fuck, that McCain, bro, the daughter, Cindy McCain's his wife, the daughter McCain, whatever her name is, she asked James Clapper, when you testified and said that the United States was not being tapped or not having metadata collected by the NSA, you were lying. And he goes, no, wait a minute. I thought they were talking about something completely different. I wasn't lying. I didn't know what they were talking about. Let me tell you something. James Clapper, Comey, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, all these cast of characters that are involved in this conspiracy, they are scared shitless. But once again, I want to ask, folks, are these people too big to jail? Are they too big to jail is what I'd like to know. Because who's going to arrest these people, honestly? Let's be honest. Who's going to arrest these people? These are the highest branches of our judicial branch, or the highest tentacles of our judicial branch. The Department of Justice and the FBI. Who's going to arrest these people? Now, tomorrow, I've been talking about how the House Intelligence Committee has been demanding from the FBI and the DOJ over 1 million documents relating to the Russia-Trump investigation. And of course, the DOJ and the FBI have refused to give those documents, and the House Intelligence Committee, which is being chaired by Devin Nunes, and let me tell you, Devin Nunes is an American hero, because without his persistence and without his constant investigation as being the head of the House Intelligence Committee, we would have never have found out any of this information. And it pretty much vindicates Devin Nunes and every implication and every critic that went his way. Because what's going to happen is tomorrow, Devin Nunes and Trey Gowdy, I don't know why Trey Gowdy's in there. I'm not a big fan of Trey Gowdy. I think he's a piece of trash. He's the same guy that tries to be Mr. Gun-Ho and like, hey, I'm Mr. Prosecutor and I know how to talk like this and I got doll hair and all this other crap. Meanwhile, he's been one of the vocal people that suggests that Donald Trump should allow Robert Mueller to continue his special counsel. I mean, what a snake in the grass piece of trash this goddamn Trey Gowdy is. Anybody who's promoting that Robert Mueller should continue his investigation is a part of the D.C. swamp, and everybody out there knows it. And how the tentacles of this corruption has not reached Robert Mueller at this point, I have no idea. How Robert Mueller is still allowed legally to conduct this investigation amidst all this that has come out is beyond me. How come Robert Mueller isn't investigating the Clinton connections, the Obama connections, the FBI utilizing spies within a political campaign during an election season? I mean, folks, this is what these people did. They politically weaponized our institutions of government. Politically weaponized our institutions of government, which jeopardizes the very integrity of our government itself. Folks, Spygate is what the president is calling it, and I love that he named it Spygate, because you got to be very simple with Americans, and they only correlate big-time government corruption as long as there's a gate on the end of a name. Spygate is what it's called. Spygate. Anyway, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread this show link around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. And baby, I love being independent. Ghost.report. Alright, that's what you type in your browser. Ghost, G-H-O-S-T, Ghost, put a little period, report. R-E-P-O-R-T, Ghost.report. Click the enter, and that's the website. That is the home of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And by the way, you can hear the episodes that you're hearing here recently. You can hear them in the archive. They're there at Ghost.report. And also, there's also a 24-hour stream that airs the previous show 24 hours a day, so you can hear it on the stream. All kinds of ways for you to listen to the broadcast. And on top of which, folks, if you have not done so, please follow us on Gab. That's the last bastion of freedom of speech on the internet today. You can get there by typing in your browser gab.ai, all right? And get yourself a free account, baby. Free speech. That's all I got to say. Free speech. And once you get there, you can follow me under the name Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And once again, another shout out to everybody out there that's in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. What's going on, baby? I'm going to be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room chatting with the folks in there right after this broadcast. So if you want to come in and chat with us, well then come on down, baby! Come on down! You can go ahead and get there by going to my Gab account right now, Politics Ghost. And once you do, click the subscribe button for premium content. Click the subscribe button for premium content. And once you do that, private message me on Gab and give me your Discord chat name, and I will give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room just for you only. Now that we got that all out of the way, folks, once again, POTUS, the President of the United States, seems redeemed from all the accusations he was levying at the federal government. Remember when he said, my phone lines are being tapped. I'm being surveyed. Do you remember when he said that? And everybody thought he was cuckoo. Even James Clapper was like, oh, he's just completely lost his rocker. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Now Clapper he's a whole other tune. A whole other goddamn tune, baby. A whole other tune, this bastard, man. Anyway, I am glad that the president is going bare knuckle with these sons of bitches. He's calling them out, baby. He's calling them out. And I'm glad he's calling out Obama. implicating Obama at the bottom of all this as well, folks. Because you got to give me a break. You mean to tell me that Obama didn't know anything about any of this? I mean, there were spies from the FBI within the Trump administration. You know? I mean, give me a break. Give me a goddamn break. Of course Obama knew. Of course Obama knew. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this right goddamn now, man. It's going to come down to Obama. It's going to come down to Obama. It's all going to come back around to haunt him. And folks, I'm going to leave this subject like this. If we don't see any justice, if we don't see any of these characters that are involved with this grand conspiracy to remove a duly elected president from office, then folks, we're in a banana republic. If we don't see any of these people in prison, then there is no justice for anyone in this country. Do you understand? And that's what we have to start demanding, unified. We have to be unified in demanding that. We need to say, hey, wait a minute. These people are not too big to jail. These people are not above the law. And there should be a whole bunch of us demanding that these people belong in prison. Because let's be honest, folks. Let's be honest. What these people have done, politically weaponizing the highest tentacles of the judicial branch, folks, that's treason. That's treason! And these people need to go to jail, folks. These people need to go to jail because, I hate to keep saying this, but by politicizing and politically weaponizing the FBI and the DOJ, it jeopardizes the very integrity of our government. So if nobody goes to prison, Obama, Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Page, Mueller, any of these characters, if none of them go to prison, folks, there is no justice in America. If none of them go to prison, then there is no America. Because if it'd been you, it'd been me, we'd be rotting in a jail cell until our court date, until our trial. If it were you or me. But unfortunately, folks, this is where we're at. And tomorrow, speaking of the tomorrow's meeting, because Devin Nunes, the chair and the head of the House Intelligence Committee, has been demanding that these million-plus documents relating to the Russia-Trump investigation from the DOJ and the DOJ and the FBI has allowed Devin Nunes and Trey Gowdy to look at the documents tomorrow. Yeah. Rod Rosenstein, the head of the NSA, is going to be there. Trey Gowdy, Devin Nunes. From what I understand, I think Trump's chief of staff, Kelly's going to be there. It's going to be a tight secret meeting in which Nunes and Gowdy are going to look through all these documents. And I'm telling you, what they're going to find is they're going to find that there was a politically weaponized FBI and DOJ. And I would not be surprised in that meeting if the heads of the FBI and the acting head of the DOJ right now, which is Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to talk to Devin Nunes and Trey Gowdy and suggest to them, okay, there was some politicization of the FBI and the DOJ, but if you continue to pursue this, you could jeopardize the very foundations of our country. You could cause the whole country to go into an uproar and go into chaos. And we don't want to do that, shall we? We don't want to do that, do we? That's why everybody's talking about constitutional crisis. It has nothing to do about the president. The constitutional crisis has to do with the judicial branch, the Department of Justice, and the FBI. Folks, had it been either one of us, any one of us, we would be in jail rotting until our trial date. Why do these stupid scumbag, incompetent bureaucrats get a pass? I've said it time and time again. Are these people too big to jail? Are they too big to jail? And if they aren't, we better start demanding it, folks. Everybody out there on the right wing of the political spectrum, we better start demanding it. We better start memeing it. We better start pushing it in everybody's face that we want to see some people that were a part of this grand conspiracy to overturn the people's vote, because that's what they were trying to do by framing Trump. That's what they were trying to do by putting in spies in Trump's campaign in 2016. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to supersede the people's vote by usurping the people's vote, by organizing this bureaucratic grand conspiracy to remove a duly elected president from power. And are we just going to accept that as American people, man? Are we just going to accept this as American people? I sure as hell hope not. I sure as hell hope not. But once again, I'm glad that the president's going bare knuckle with these assholes. All right, Spygate. And we shall see what happens in the infamous documentation meeting between Nunes, Gowdy, Christopher Wray, which is the head of the FBI, the acting attorney general right now, the deputy attorney general, Rod Rosenstein, the NSA director. All these people are getting together. I don't know what they expect to do in this little meeting. It sounds to me like they're trying to negotiate. It doesn't sound to me like they're trying to look through files. And I wonder what's going to be said, because look, the evidence is pointing to a politicization of our government institutions, man. And the only way we can remedy that is one of two ways. Either Nunes and Gowdy go down tomorrow to that meeting, and then they agree with the head of the FBI, the deputy attorney general, and the NSA, and say, hey, look, we can't do this. It'll cause the country to go into an uproar. It could cause civil unrest. Why don't we just let bygones be bygones, and that's it? And Nunes and Gowdy let it go and pretend nothing happens. Everything goes away, and we live 2 terms of Trump, because the Democrats and the deep state got their hand caught in the goddamn Spygate cookie jar. Or Nunes comes out and says, look, it's even worse than you think. We need the president to declassify these documents to show the people of America how corrupt and criminal the FBI and the DOJ were during a presidential campaign, which is unprecedented. And like Trump said today, this is bigger than any scandal that has ever hit the United States in a United States history. And if people don't go to prison, then there is no justice in this country, folks. That's all I got to say. There is no justice. Anyway, let me move on, folks. Did y'all hear about the recent primaries that happened here past Tuesday? All a bunch of progressive leftists are now being nominated, which I think is good news for the right. Because to be completely honest, folks, I think your average, everyday Mr. and Mrs. Joe Six-Pack out there is sick and tired of this racial division, this racial politics, this divide and conquer, this perpetual bitching, this leftist lunacy, this promoting illegal immigrants over citizens. They're tired of it. And I think that this 2018 election, I think as much as these Democrats think that they're going to win anything, I think that we're going to dominate hands down. Because look, if you're a rational human being, you can't tell me that you're a Democrat. Because right now, the Democrats are the party, and look, they're admitting it, they're the party of MS-13. Did y'all hear about this? Our president refers to these disgusting, despicable gang members that are illegal immigrants in this country, MS-13, as animals. He refers to them as animals. Now, if you don't know the kinds of crime that MS-13 conducts itself, why don't you go ahead and Google it and figure it out? These guys are sick. They chop off heads, they cut out hearts out of people's bodies, they chop genitals off, put it in people's mouths. I'm not joking. I am not being facetious. I am not over-exaggerating. This is how this sick organization runs itself. Now, here the president is. He's out here saying, look, we got to get these animals off the street. We got to get them out of our country. And here you've got the Democrats coming in and suggesting that these brutal killers, that have killed countless innocent people in this country while they were here illegally, the Democrats are saying that these people are human? They're trying to go and humanize the MS-13 organized crime syndicate? I mean, this is what I keep telling you about Democrats, folks. When do they come out? When do they stand up? When do they yell the loudest? You either got to be an illegal immigrant or a criminal, or both. And then that's when they'll come out and start rising up, huh? When you're a criminal or an illegal immigrant, folks. Now, how the hell can you be a Democrat? I mean, seriously, how the hell can you be a Democrat and promote that kind of policy? How can you be a Democrat and promote a policy that puts people that came into this country illegally and have them supersede the importance of average, everyday, law-abiding American citizens that were born in this country, that fought world wars for this country, that fought revolutionary wars for this country, that fought wars that created the concept of what we know of as America today? How the hell can you sit here with a fucking straight face and suggest that you are a rational human being, that you are a rational thinking human being, when you are promoting illegal immigrants and criminals? And Mr. and Mrs. Joe Sixpack, I think, going into this 2018 election, know that this is where the Democrats are coming from, and they've had enough of it. They've had enough. Now, I don't know if y'all know, folks, but out here in Texas, the Democrats elected or nominated as in their primary some Hispandex Consuela-looking maid broad that happens to be a bull dyke, and that's what they're running against Greg Abbott. I mean, this is what the fucking Democrats have. They've got nothing. They've got nothing but divisive politics and empty rhetoric. A bunch of virtue signaling trash. And once you look beyond that emotional virtue signaling garbage, they've got nothing. What, I'm running because I'm a woman and I'm a Hispandex and I'm a bull dyke? That's your platform? Give me a freaking break, man. Greg Abbott is going to hands down beat that stupid bull dyke. But this is what the Democrats are going towards. They're going towards this freaked out leftism that doesn't want to help America. You notice this, folks, that this leftism has nothing to do with helping America and has everything to do with disorder, chaos, throwing America backwards. Because, folks, most of these leftists hate this country. They hate capitalism. They hate economic prosperity. They hate the middle class. They hate the family unit. They hate it. I mean, don't ask me why, but that's how these people live. That's their perception. And that's why I keep telling you, folks, if you're going to sit here and be political, you cannot befriend leftists in this day and age. This ain't your old school Democrat that was your working man's Democrat out here that cared about the American worker and preserving their jobs and that sort of thing. No. This is the new Democrat that wants global communism. Global communism. I mean, just take a look at the liberals in Washington State, in California, in New York. These states actually are trying to enact state legislation so that they, as an individual state, can continue the Paris Climate Accord, for Christ's sake. What sense does that make? What sense does that goddamn make? I mean, wake up, man! This is global communism trying to overtake America, but thank God Donald Trump is president. Thank God there's enough patriots like ourselves that are fighting back. That are fighting back against the mainstream media propaganda. That are fighting back against the deep state. That are fighting back against these bureaucrats that want to destroy this country. Because that's what Obama did. That's what the Democrats did. They tried to destroy this country. They tried to debase the goddamn currency. They tried to out-debt our asses. They tried to put America into oblivion. And why do they want to do that? Because they don't want American sovereignty, folks. They want us to be like the European Union. And we were on our way to becoming that. I mean, you know that, right, folks? We were on our way to becoming that. Why don't you look up the North American Union? And we were this close to becoming the North American Union and combining Mexico and Canada and the United States into one superstate. This close. If Hillary Clinton had won the election, we'd be going through that very process right now. Take a look at Africa. Africa, and I announced this on a show a couple of months ago, with the exception of two countries, okay? Sudan and Nigeria. The rest of the African countries throughout the whole African continent have signed an agreement and have created the African Union. The African Union. Now, once again, folks, I ask you, what was the last country to refer to itself as a union? The Soviet Union! The first communist nation state! Do you understand that what's going on around us is communism? It's global communism! And that's why those of us in America have to take a stand. We have to arm ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. We've got to protect our communities. We've got to protect our families. And not only do we have to protect ourselves from global communists from the international community, folks, we got to protect ourselves from global communists from within our own government. Because how the hell do you think we got here? For the past 40 years, these assholes in Washington, D.C., who are supposed to be representing us, have been passing laws incrementally destroying this country, allowing an open raid on the American tax system by internationalists, globalists, corporatists, pork barrel spending, people who donated to their campaign, etc. Every one of these scumbags in Washington, D.C. are the equivalent of a freaking organized criminal. And that's why I'm telling you right now that we're politically awake, now that we're politically aware, we can't let go of this politicization of ourselves. We've got to continue forward. For this goddamn country was made for the people and by the people. But by God, if the people fall asleep at the wheel again, we will never take control of this ship. Ever again. And that's why I'm asking each and every one of you, it's time to get politically serious. It's time to go out there and show everybody that we're not going to take this leftist nonsense. We're not going to take this leftist lunacy. And it is lunacy, folks. I mean, did you hear that in Germany, okay? Europe is considering taking refugees. I kid you not. I gabbed this out. If you want to take a look at it on my gab. They want to take refugees and make them truck drivers so they can drive the trucks of all the goods that are transported from point A to point B. I'm not joking. They want to take the guys that are committing terrorist acts with trucks. Look, it's not funny, but seriously, they want to take the people that are using trucks as terrorist weapons, and they want them to have them drive their trucks, to deliver their goods cross country. This is leftist lunacy, folks. This is what we can't accept. And we're already accepting enough of it in this society today. We're accepting 30-year-old man children. We're accepting this idea that there's more than one gender. Give me a fucking break. We're accepting this idea that words really mean something. Words! I mean, they're doing less to the people that are committing terrorist acts in Europe than they are to people that are actually saying stuff on the internet in Europe. Say something against Islam in Europe and see if you don't get a goddamn knock at your door by the authorities. Say something against the government in Europe and see if you don't have a knock on the door by the authorities. Yet, you've got these Yehudis who in the name of Islam can commit terrorist act after terrorist act after terrorist act, And what does the mayor of London say? Well, terrorism in the big city is part and parcel. I mean, you have to understand that terrorism is part and parcel with the big city. I mean, I'm telling you folks, why anyone in Europe hasn't rose up by now, I mean, it just goes to show you that socialism has destroyed these people. I mean, they have destroyed the will of these people. Socialism. And all you got to do to get a whiff of what kind of socialism these Europeans were living in, and look, I repeat this all the time, but everybody needs to watch that goddamn video because that's how socialists in Europe were living. I'm talking about the video, Smack My Bitch Up by Prodigy, okay? Smack My Bitch Up, Prodigy, the video. That video represents what your average socialist was doing in the 90s and the 2000s. They were drinking, they were drugging, they were fucking, they were partying, they were dancing, and they would wake up, do it all over again, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. That was socialism. And after about 2 to 3 generations of that, that's when they decided that they were going to do a little ethnic cleansing of Europe. Now, when old school ethnic cleansing happened, they would traditionally just kill massive amounts of people. That's what ethnic cleansing used to mean. Like what they did in the Baltics, what they did, like what Slobodan Milosevic did in Serbia. Ethnic cleansing, what he did in Srebrenica. But this time around, what the ethnic cleansing consists of is bringing in a bunch of Yehudis by the millions and superseding the population in most small villages and towns in Europe and basically creating a whole new race of people by integrating these people by force. And that's what's happening, folks. I mean, look, remember when the refugees were first coming in and the Europeans were out there with their signs, "Come on in, we love you, we accept you with open arms, we feel sorry for you, come over here, give me a hug." And then it went from that to now they're raping and pillaging all over Europe. And is the European Union authorities doing anything about it? No. They're not. Because the quicker the integration of the Yehudis and Europeans happen, the faster a new European racial makeup will be created. And that's what they're trying to do with this whole refugee situation. They are trying to merge a new Europe. They want to eliminate all the nation states that made up the European Union. They want to eliminate that completely and make a new European race. And that's why Yehudis can, rape chicks in Sweden, rape chicks in Germany, and nobody's saying a goddamn thing about it. As a matter of fact, they're encouraging it. Why? Because that's what they want. They want the integration of the races. They don't want any more Germans that are pure blood. They don't want any more Swedes that are pure blood. They don't want any more French that are pure blood. I mean, they are trying to rid the entire European Union of this. And this is what communists do, folks. You understand that is a management strategy. That they are attempting to manage a whole group of people. That's the concept of communism. So this is a social experiment by communists. This is what their bright ideas lead up to, man. Anyway, folks, I'm just saying, man, I wish people would wake up and see what the hell's going on out here instead of just kind of half-ass looking at what the hell's happening by listening to some dumb talking head on the mainstream media. All right, that's why I say I don't want to bring back radio graffiti to this son of a bitch because I'm the straight political dope. You understand? I don't want to pander to tards anymore. I don't want to be entertainment for tards. This is too serious a moment in history to be fucking around anymore, for Christ's sake, man. It's too goddamn serious. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, we got about 30 minutes left. What I'm planning on doing now is going over the Drudge Report headlines for this evening. You can go ahead and follow along by going on to drudgereport.com. basically going over the headlines. Very, very good news source to be able to get some news aggregation, to say the least. I've been looking at Drudge ever since 1996, 97, man. Drudge reports, and he still looks the same. The Drudge report still looks the damn same as it did when it was in 96, 97. So that says a lot. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to the top headline right now. Top headline, Jared gets top security clearance back. That's Jared Kushner. Lest we forget that he had his security clearance revoked for some reason, and him and his attorneys worked on that. He's got his security clearance back. And let me tell you something about Jared Kushner. This is a very, very ambitious Jewish kid, okay? I mean, this guy's getting shit done. I mean, he's at the forefront of the transition of what's happening in Saudi Arabia. I mean, this is a millennial here, by the way. You know, this guy's like Generation X. What is he, 34, 35? You know, at least he's, you know, you guys' age. You know, you kids out there. I mean, you should be proud of this guy. Aside from that, he's trying to push legislation. Right now, he's in the midst of pushing this legislation for prison reform with Van Jones of CNN, of all people. So, you know, Kushner, man, he's on the way up, man. He's going to be a big player in politics now because of all this experience that he has, man. No kidding. And he's a very, very cool and quiet character. But behind the scenes, I hear that he's your typical sly talker. I'll tell you that right now. So we shall see. All right, we shall see what happens with Jared Kushner. Let's go to the next headline. Trump asks for national security probe of auto imports. Whoa! Whoa, that's out the hot wire. Let me go ahead and click that and see what the hell that says. U.S. launches investigation into automobile imports on a national security basis. The surprise announcement comes at a time of worsening friction over international trade between the United States and its allies. So I'm sure this means the EU. Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962 authorizes the Commerce Department to determine the effects of imports of any article on the national security of the United States. President Trump asked the Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross to carry out the probe. The United States Department of Commerce started an investigation into the automobile imports to determine whether they threaten to impair the national security of the United States. This is obviously to hit the EU right in the nuts, all right? This is obviously to hit the EU right in the nuts, all right? And look, this United States, as it carries out its brisk trade in automobile exports and imports, primarily with friendly countries like Japan, Germany, and South Korea, you know, this is mainstream. This is what people were referring to as the trade wars. I'm telling you, you know, Donald Trump knows how to play hardball, because if any of the Europeans' exports are affected, because many of their exports to us has to do with automobile parts, automobiles, they're going to be in some serious trouble. You know, and this is obviously a direct response to the EU wanting to continue this ridiculous Iran nuclear deal. I mean, this is obvious. Go POTUS, keep hitting them right in the balls. Keep hitting them right in the balls, POTUS. By the way, let me get another beer here on this goddamn Fruit Bowl Wednesday. More beer! Anyway, while we're reading some of the headlines on Drudge Report, the next Drudge Report headline, NFL bans kneeling. They ban kneeling now. How do you like that, Kaepernicker? Huh? How do you like that, huh? Huh? You like that? Huh? How you like a little bit of that, Kaepernicker? And it's about time. They should have done this last year. You understand? I mean, doesn't the NFL understand that it's an American game? You know, the National Football League. I mean, don't they understand that a lot of people who watch that are probably typically patriots? And I mean, there's a goddamn team called the Patriots. I mean, these are people that served the military and that were going to be personally offended if you were going to allow a bunch of stupid, imbecilic jock assholes to kneel during the national anthem? I mean, don't these dumb assholes realize that they're playing a silly-ass game and getting paid millions for it, and they're acting unappreciative by kneeling and spitting on every American troop that fucking sacrificed and died so that they could play that silly-ass game for millions of dollars? I'd like to ask each and every one of these kneeling NFL scumbags, on what country can you go out and play this little silly-ass game and make the equivalent amount of money that you have today? And you know what? They ain't going to be able to say it. And that's why they're never ever confronted, man. You know, this is why I hate the lamestream media. Because if there was anybody doing their fucking job, they would throw a damn microphone in these idiots' faces and say, hey, can you name me another country in which you could make this much money playing a silly-ass game? And they wouldn't be able to say it. So I'm glad the NFL is banning kneeling, but from what I understand, they're going to allow anybody that doesn't want to come out for the NFL national anthem to stay in the locker room. So, even though it looks like they capitulated, they're still going to allow these sons of bitches to disrespect the national anthem by not even coming out. All right? By not even coming out. Anyway, life expectancy to decline for a third straight year. Well, I mean, what do you think that has to do with? Well, what are the leading causes? Let's read here, all right? New government data shows U.S. death rates rose last year, suggesting 2017 will mark the third straight year of decline in American life expectancy. Death rates rose for Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, flu, pneumonia, and other 3 leading causes of death. Number 1 killer is heart disease. Well, no kidding. Look at all these fat jelly-ass ham bones out here. You know? I mean, but hey, we could all get it. It's, heart disease can be hereditary, etc. But good God, isn't this supposed to be the healthiest nation in the world? And once again, do you think it's a coincidence that we pass Obamacare and all of a sudden life expectancy is declining year by year by year? The third straight year in the row? I mean, y'all think it's a coincidence, man? I'm asking you leftists especially. It seems to me that once Obamacare came into power, everybody got sick. I've never seen so many people with cancer in my life. I've never seen so many people have to take, chemotherapy and all this other nonsense. I've never seen so many sick people pop pills for no fucking reason. You think it's a coinkydink? Obamacare is enacted and the life expectancy declines for the third straight year? I don't think so, folks. Wake the fuck up, please, all right? Wake up! Uber is shutting down self-driving operations in Arizona. Yeah, you know what? All of you idiots that are out here, your corporations that are trying to shove this self-driving shit down our throats, I hope that you die of cancer of the cock, you pieces of crap. And please excuse me for being so vulgar, folks, but you know what they're trying to do by forcing these goddamn self-driving cars on us. You get what they're trying to do. They want to control our movement. I mean, they're already starting to do that by telling us that we have to drive certain cars with certain gas emissions, and they're trying to force us to buy these battery-operated toy cars that, blow up into lithium-based flames when you get into a car accident and all this other crap. But, folks, I mean, just imagine when there's nothing but self-driving cars, how the hell are you going to leave anywhere? How the hell are you going to go anywhere unless whoever's in control of the self-driving car, which will probably be of the government to some capacity, doesn't want you to go anywhere. They're in control of your movement. I mean, don't y'all sense a trend here, folks? They want self-driving cars. They're now out in Austin. I mean, this is why I'm living in San Antonio and living like a king, folks. I bought a place in Austin in 2009 during the crash. It is now through the roof. Now in Austin, they are now promoting 200 square foot little studio apartments. Or what are they calling them? They're not calling them studios. I forgot what they were calling them. micro apartments or micro units or some shit like that. 200 square feet! 200 square feet with no parking space whatsoever. That's what's being sold right now in goddamn Austin, Texas. And I think that if you want to rent one of those 200 square footers out with no goddamn parking spot, you still got to drop about $1,500, $1,200. So you think that's a coincidence? That they're trying to make our houses and our dwellings smaller? They're trying to make our cars automated? I mean, soon, folks, we're not going to have shit from Shinola. That's why capitalism is key. We cannot have the centralization of power. We cannot have the government dictating what we can or can't have. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue going. Highly contagious dog flu spreads in New York City. Oh, man, that sucks. That sucks, man, because, dog flu, pretty serious situation, could potentially kill your dog. But, man, have you ever been to New York City, man? I mean, with all due respect, if you're living in New York City, great. I know you love it, great. I'm proud of you. But, folks, I've been to New York City. Right when I got off the plane, all right, a big whiff of piss, shit, and garbage and puke, all in one, just engulfing the nostrils. I'm not joking, and that smell never goes away. It doesn't matter what part of the city you're in, it smells like a piece of crap everywhere that you go. It's a mixture. It's like it's crap, it's puke, it's piss, it's garbage. I mean, and it never goes away. And if you're there long enough, it just all of a sudden just kind of goes away on its own because you get used to it. Because then you're a part of the shit at that point, right? You've like your nostrils have merged with the shit already. Anyway, look, you don't think that has a lot to do with a lot of the goddamn disease that's going on out there in New York? I mean, you guys are living on top of each other, for Christ's sake. What is there, like 20 million people in a freaking area of like 3 or 4 or 5 square miles or some garbage? I mean, give me a freaking break. You people are on top of each other, man. I'm surprised there's not outbreaks of goddamn whatever freaking communicable disease out there. I don't fucking know. Hepatitis or some shit. I don't know what the hell. I had a brain fart there. I need another beer, for Christ's sake. Meningitis is what I was trying to fucking think of, and then I had a brain fart. Meningitis. I'm surprised there are not more outbreaks of meningitis out in that son of a bitch out there in New York. Anyway, if you have a dog in New York, keep your pupper safe, all right? Keep the pupper safe. Let's continue going out here. Toxins in barbecue fumes absorbed through the skin. Oh, man, that sucks. I do eat a lot of barbecue, baby. I love barbecue. But you know something? I've known people who have barbecued for years, and they're old folks. They're in their 80s, so I think I'm going to be all right. I'm not going to listen to this stupid little headline. Who the hell is this by anyway? Who the hell is this by? What is this? The P? What that? Who had? Oh! Let me tell you where the study is from. Okay, a new study from China. From China suggests letting your skin come into contact with grill smoke is more harmful than savoring the aroma. And they're saying that clothing won't fully protect your skin. I mean, go fuck yourself, all right? You're not gonna stop me from barbecuing, all right? Freaking Chinese. I got your freaking barbecue fumes. You can barbecue fume on these nuts. All right. North Korea rips Pence in threat to walk away from summit. You know, I think North Korea, once again, got a little bit, and I'm glad Trump alluded to this, a little bit influenced by China. Remember, they had a recent summit. It was, Kim Jong-un and President Xi, and they allowed Kim Jong-un into China, and, he took pictures, hugging and kissing. And then there, after that goddamn meeting, Kim Jong-un and North Korea started getting froggy, you know? They started being like, we don't know if we want to do the summit over there in Singapore. And you know what? Who cares at this point? You know what I'm saying? I mean, North Korea has more to lose by walking away from the goddamn talks than we do. I don't even know what we're doing involved in this bullshit, to be honest with you. But at least South Korea is a little appreciative. So at least I could say that. Because before, South Korea, they weren't very appreciative that we were always on that goddamn demilitarized zone line, protecting their asses from an all-out, full-out invasion of a North Korea unification by force. But if you want my personal opinion, if anything happens, I think that the summit will still probably happen. All right? At some point, the summit will still possibly happen, but it'll be extended because it behooves North Korea to be able to make some kind of a deal so it can get some money. What have I always told you about Kim Jong-un and his flexing nuts? He just wants money. I mean, take a look at the GDP of the pissing ground of a country that he has, for Christ's sake, man. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got nothing. He spends most of his GDP on his military. I mean, the rest of his country is living off Second Harvest. And if you don't know what Second Harvest is, well, look it up for yourself. He's got nothing. He needs money. This is what the Kims have been doing ever since 1993. Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un's grandfather, did this. And, of course, Bill Clinton was like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cause peace in Korea. I'm going to show everybody that I'm the diplomat. I'm Mr. Diplomat. Hey, where's Madeleine Albright? Madeleine Albright, come on over here. Come on. I want to send you to North Korea. Go over there to North Korea. Go have a bowl of fish with them and see if they want to do a deal. Well, anyway, he goes and he sends Madeleine Albright out there. And then they make up something called the Joint Framework Agreement. And believe it or not, in the Joint Framework Agreement, this is the dumbest agreement of all time. The Clintons, or at least Bill Clinton, his administration, gave Kim Il-sung light water reactors to help supposedly electrify his country, which weaponizes uranium. I mean, we gave him the weapons to do what he's doing today. I mean, how many times do we have to be repeated over and over that, the United States was actually the ones that gave them the chemical weapons. It was the United States that actually gave them the nuclear weapons. How many times do we have to go through this crap? I mean, seriously. I mean, folks, go look up the 1994 Joint Framework Agreement and take a look. We gave them light water reactors so that we could supposedly electrify their country. But that's how they're enriching uranium. I mean, that's how they're gaining their nuclear weaponry, for Christ's sake. I mean, the only thing they've been practicing now is ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. But folks, I mean, wake up. And then after Kim Il-sung was Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il in 2008 did the same shit. Now, 2018, here we are again. Instead, we got a fat little Kim over here. And all this hoopla that he did at the Korean summit, you know, holding hands with Moon and going across the border and all that. What the hell was that about, Kim? What the hell was that about? I definitely hope that Kim Jong-un is posturing here. Because if he's not, he is playing a dangerous diplomatic game. And I guarantee you, China is not going to back your asses up. All right? If we go in and clean house and kick your fat pot-bellied ass, China's not going to do a fucking thing. All right? China's not going to do a goddamn thing. Because I'm telling you, China's a paper tiger, man. China is a paper tiger. And they ain't got crap. As a matter of fact, that's why they're so scared that the United States may just play hardball in this negotiation of the trade deal. Because I'm telling you, folks, if we just stop doing business with China, China would fall to pieces within a month. They wouldn't be able to feed their own country. They wouldn't be able to employ their own employees that they're paying for slave labor. Their house of cards would come crumbling down. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue on. Once again, we're going through the Drudge Report headlines. Here's the next one. FBI eyes Mexican mafia control of LA jails. No shit, I could only imagine. I could only imagine what California jails look like. It must be fucking gladiator school in there. And I could only imagine, given the fact that they got all these damn illegals just going through the border like it ain't crap, I'm sure there's an abundant amount of Mexican population to pool extra Mexican mafiosos from. I'm sure the Mexican mafia is huge. Now, the bad part about the Mexican mafia, it is one of the most scummiest, disgusting, pathetic, organized crime groups in the planet. Because they're a prison gang, you know? So they'll kill you if they know that you have like a bag of coke in your house. They'll kill you and your family, and they don't give a shit. They'll go to prison. Prison to them is like going home. This is a sick organization, man. And I could only imagine that these guys are in complete and total control of every goddamn joint in California. I could only imagine. I could only imagine. All right, let's go to the next headline. Vegas casino workers vote to authorize strike. Uh-oh, casino workers are striking here. Unions representing Las Vegas casino workers won the right Tuesday to call a citywide strike as early as June 1st if they do not reach a deal with employers. Roughly 25,000 members of the Culinary Local 226 and Bartenders Local 165 participated in 2 voting sessions, and 99% voted to go on strike if a new 5-year contract is not reached. Jesus Christ, here we go with unions again, all right? Contracts for 50,000 employees, such as bartenders, housekeepers, bailhops, and porters, are to expire at the end of the month at 34 Strip and downtown resorts, including properties operated by MGM, International, Caesars Entertainment Corp., Penn National, Golden Entertainment, Boyd Gaming. I mean, good God, man. I mean, what? Is it necessary to have a union for housekeepers? Is it necessary to have a union for bartenders? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, typically unions are for skilled labor, you know? I mean, anybody can be a housekeeper, you know what I'm saying, man? I mean, anybody can be a bartender. I mean, I don't understand this. Anybody can... I fucking hate unions. I'm sorry. I'm glad I live in Texas. This is an at-will work state. And, you know, if you don't like what you're getting paid, you either eat it and like it or get the hell out of here. All right? Get the hell out! I'm not going to sit over here and pay you. You're going to fucking strong-arm me to pay you something, boy. You get what you like and like it, boy. You get what you get and like it, you piece of crap. General Mattis tells cadets, you will see battle. Woo! James Mattis tells the Air Force Academy, graduating class, your primary weapon system is now your attitude, boy. It is now your attitude, and you will see battle. Quote Mattis, always be ready to fight and win. There is no room for complacency. That's right, boy. That's what I want to hear, Mattis. Kick ass and take names out here. You understand that? America's not going to sit back and be pushed around the world stage. We're going to kick ass and take names, and if none of you idiots in the world stage like it, well then suck it. We're making America great again. You understand that? We're becoming the bastions of capitalism again. That's what we're doing. Jesus Christ. No, here's another doozy of a goddamn of a headline. World faces staggering obesity challenge. I mean, are you kidding me, man? Oh my God, give me a drink of the beer after that. I need a drink after that, for Christ's sake. All right, let me read you a couple of this. This is from the AFP. in 27 years from now, almost a quarter of the global population will be obese. A quarter? A quarter? If current trends continue, 22% of the people in the world will be obese by 2045. Up 14% from last year, according to research presented at the European Congress on Obesity in Vienna. Oh, fucking some bureaucracy. That's great. 1 in 8 people, up from 1 in 11, will have type 2 diabetes. Diabetes. A form of the disease that generally hits in adulthood as a result of being overweight. Are we really this fat? I mean, listen, I'm always hearing about how the world is starving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, late night when I'm up, I'm flipping the channels, I'm having the last few beers, and I'm always seeing some Somalian kids, you know, like some Somalians or, you know, some kid from Africa or something being sold to me like they're starving to death. But if I could just give the equivalent of a coffee cup a day of money, that I could miraculously make this kid fat in the ass and give him baseball jerseys and, you know, give him the AIDS vaccine and all that other shit. Now I'm reading that the world is facing an obesity challenge, for Christ's sake. I'm tired. You see, that's why you shouldn't feel sorry for anybody, folks. You understand that? You shouldn't feel sorry for anybody. The world is now facing an obesity challenge. Remember how they used to always say, oh, there's starving people in the world. Oh, yeah, where are they at? A quarter of the world is going to be obese in 2045, for Christ's sake, man. Put the fucking fork down, fatty! Put the fucking fork down for about 5 minutes there, fatty! Good God, man! Well, this is the new world, right? Welcome to the new world. Jesus Christ, man. Let's continue going, all right? Superstition stopping Ebola victims from seeking medical care. Oh, and we wonder why this goddamn Ebola is spreading all over the place. Health workers fighting Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo have run into an invisible but powerful hurdle. A belief system that deems the disease to be a curse or a result of evil spirits. Oh, God, man. I cannot believe in this day and age of modernity that we're still having to oblige people who still believe in, like, fucking evil spirits from Coast of Mumbuku or some shit in Africa. I mean, how much death do you have to see around you? And isn't Ebola, doesn't that shit make you, like, bleed from your eyes and your nose and all that? I mean, come on, man. No, you don't understand, Ghost. It is the evil spirits, the Mumbuku Ghost. Shut up. Some people are refusing medical care and are turning instead to preachers and prayers to chase the goddamn Ebola away. I mean, good God. Jesus Christ. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this garbage up. Oh, my God. And what are we going to do with Africa, man? I mean, I know China's going in there, and they're trying to do their thing by trying to, you know, colonize Africa. I don't know if y'all know this, but China's going in there and trying to colonize Africa, and they're having a hard time doing it, because they're realizing that the Africans are not necessarily the working type of people. No offense, I'm not trying to be racist here, but they're not necessarily a working type of people, okay? So it's a little bit hard to kind of colonize Africa, to say the least. Anyway, folks, let's continue going. We're almost out of time here anyway. Let me get to some last headlines here, folks. We've got portable toilet empire owner jailed for illegal dumping. Are you fucking kidding me? This is a joke, right? Look at this shit. Portable toilet executive sent to prison in illegal dumping scheme. Oh my God. Diamond Environmental Service executives Ari Eric De Jong III That sounds a little Korean, was sentenced to federal prison Wednesday after admitting criminal charges relating to an illegal waste dumping scheme that saved the company millions of dollars in fees. I mean, where was he dumping the shit? Where was he dumping this shit? Here, I gotta read this. This is out of the San Diego Union Tribune. Author of this article is Jeff McDonald. I gotta read this, alright? The owner of Diamond Environmental Service, the portable toilet empire based in San Marcos, was sentenced to 5 months in federal prison Wednesday for illegal disposing of sludge in cities across Southern California. Who gives a shit? It's California. It's California. Who gives a shit? I mean, the piss and shit that we dump in California is going to do a hell of a lot more for California than the people that are illegal going in there and setting up fucking homes out there, alright? Give me a goddamn break. At least the shit and piss will revegetate the earth out there in California. Who gives a crap? He's doing California a service. Get the hell out of here. But that is pretty gangster. He's like, look, man, it's just piss and shit, man. Why do I have to go over there and dispose it the right way? Why don't just... I mean, in the old days, we used to just kind of dig up a hole and, we had to just kind of use an outhouse. I mean, that's what this brother was probably thinking. That's what this guy was probably thinking. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to dig holes in the middle of nowhere, dump this shit in there, cover the hole up, and before you know it, a shit tree will fucking come out of it or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, another thing I definitely wanted to talk about today. Did you hear about some left-wing judge that was probably nominated by Barack Obama that claims that the president blocking Twitter followers is unconstitutional? The president blocking Twitter followers is unconstitutional. Can you believe this? You know something? If this is the case, then this sets precedent. And anybody who has been banned from Twitter, we should start looking for an attorney and have a class action lawsuit, because if this is true, if the president is violating people's First Amendments by ignoring them, then what the hell was Twitter doing by banning all of us just because of our political perspectives? What the hell was Twitter doing banning us from our First Amendment rights? I mean, if this is a precedent that's being set by this judge, then right now, everybody who's been banned from Twitter should be contacting an attorney right now and getting a class action lawsuit so we can all be suing the shit out of Twitter. I mean, how in the hell is blocking followers on Twitter unconstitutional? I mean, most of the people that are out there tweeting at Donald Trump are tweeting a bunch of sick, twisted crap, death threats, and all kinds of vile images, etc. And now it's unconstitutional? Let me tell you something. We all should be going after the pothole, Jack Dorsey, for kicking us off Twitter. Where's our First Amendment rights? Where's our First Amendment rights, you piece of crap? I'm telling you, if there's a lawyer out there listening, it's about time for you to start doing some legwork and start going around Gab, because most people that are on Gab got banned from Twitter, and start comprising a class action lawsuit to hit Jack Dorsey right in his pothole ass. With a rubber glove on, of course. Because by God, if a judge is going to say that the president blocking Twitter followers is unconstitutional, then what Twitter did to us is unconstitutional. And they should get their asses sued out. They should get their asses sued out so much that they go out of business. Because I'm sick of Twitter. And I'm sick of the social media oligarchs in Silicon Valley. That's why, folks, I'm down with Gab, okay? I know the owner. I talk to him every now and then. I mean, this is a freedom of speech zone. Now, granted, if you do some doxing of people or something, he's going to have to ban you. So just don't do any doxing on that particular social media website. But other than that, you could say anything, you could do anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be banned because you're discrediting somebody else's politic. You're not going to be banned because you're hurting somebody else's feelings. You're not going to be banned because you're gabbing at somebody and you're giving them your opinion. You're not going to be banned for this crap like they did on Twitter. And that's why if there is a goddamn attorney out there listening, by God, we need a class action lawsuit so that we could sue the living goddamn poshole pants off of Jack Dorsey and Twitter, man. We gotta let them have a taste of their own medicine and take it right out of their fucking pocket! Right out of their goddamn pocket! Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look. That's about it, folks. We are now 5 minutes into a potential 4th hour here. But that's about it, folks. And listen, I want to apologize once again for the fucking mix-up on the mixer again. Once again, I'm going to be going tomorrow and exchanging the mixer and probably having to pay for an even more extravagant one, which I didn't want. But hey, I'm an independent podcaster now, baby. So we got to do what we have to do. All right, we have to do what we have to do. I will be here Friday once again on a Baller Friday, and hopefully we have the mixer hooked up because, folks, I'm gonna patch people in from the True Capitalist Radio chat room into the show. So if anybody in the True Capitalist Radio chat room wants to debate about something, or a couple of people want to debate about something, we'll put them on the show, and it'll be easy, it'll be instantaneous, so on and so forth. Now, I know a lot of you pricks out there were saying, hey, Ghost, why don't you go ahead and bring back Radio Graffiti? We love Radio Graffiti. We love it. We want Radio Graffiti back. We love it. Let me tell you something, man. I don't want to be entertainment for tards. And you know what? I can't believe these people are telling me to sell merchandise and that if I get to a certain number that to bring back Radio Graffiti. Are you all serious about this shit? Because I want to be perfectly honest with you, if I had the goddamn mixer, I could bring back Radio Graffiti. I just don't want to bring it back, man. It sucks! It bores the balls off of people. It's cringy. It's a promotion of autism, and I hate autism! I hate Asperger's, for Christ's sake, man! I don't want those anal cheese, elongated foreskin-loving, red-headed, four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten, Lena Dunham Lickum stepchildren listening to my broadcast! I don't want autists and Asperger's listening to my fucking broadcast! But god damn it, man, every time I try to take a step forward into the realm of political legitimacy, these fucking sick asshole, fucking troll, autist, fucking Asperger idiots suck me back in to the realm of degeneracy. Suck me back into the realm of just fucking degeneracy. Jesus Christ, give me my freaking beer. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, folks. I will be back Friday for a Baller Friday. Hopefully we get the mixer in. It'll be a hell of a lot fun of a show. And if for some reason I can't, maybe, just maybe, we'll call the dating line once again and see if we can't hook up with some stupid hot tamale whore bag over a goddamn telephone phone banging session. And we'll do that like we did last Friday or something of that nature, all right? All right, I mean, but I am definitely going to go, and I'm going to exchange this damn mixer, and I'm going to put down for a badass one, and hopefully we're going to have a whole different show by Friday. But if not, as I stated, I'll go ahead and I will call the dating show, or a dating freaking phone line, a little dating party line, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, folks, once again, before I go, I will be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room here in the next 25 minutes. Okay, so if you want to come kick back with us in the True Capitalist Radio chat room right now, all you got to do is go to my Gab right now. Go to my Gab! Check out my Gab! And that's Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And if you want to join the chat room, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button for premium content. hit the subscribe button for premium content, and once you do, you just give me a private message on Gab and let me know your Discord chat name, and I will give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. All right? Do I need more donations for a more expensive mixer? No, I don't. I'm all right. I got it. All right? I got it. I got money for this. I would appreciate some donations for a little bit of appreciation. That's all. Now, I can buy all the stuff. If y'all want to throw something into as a matter of fact, I got a couple more donations in the cryptocurrency wishing well. If y'all haven't seen it, go to ghost.report, which is the home of the True Capitalist Radio show. Ghost.report is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio show. I did get a couple of more people that donated to the cryptocurrency wishing well. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give them the energy. I am going to send my fiber optically connected energy through this internet in hopes of manifesting whatever you thought, whatever you wished for, while throwing your cryptocurrency into the wishing well comes true. All right? Everybody ready? God, if you're listening, to the gracious people who are out there throwing what they can into the cryptocurrency wishing well, I ask humbly of you of granting these people their wishes, manifest what they want into reality, because they are self-sufficient folks. There are people that want to do things for themselves, and they don't want to depend on anybody. So by God, please help them manifest what they wish for into reality. Amen. Anyway, folks, I will see you all Friday, Baller Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And by the way, folks, please spread the show link around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. The official website, ghost.report. All right? It's as simple as that, baby. All right? Anyway, I'm going into the True Capitalist Radio chat room in 25 minutes. I hope to see you in there. I am out. This was, what is this, episode number 571. This is May 23rd, 2018. I hope you appreciated the show. Until next time, folks, and once again, hopefully next time, we will have the mixer hooked up and it'll be a completely different show, all right? Anyway, cheers, baby, cheers. Death to feminism! Death to socialism, and death to communism. You better be here for Baller Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be a show to remember!